I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. Good morning. Good morning. What's good? What's good? How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? Good. Good, man. Hey. Clearly, and I know I shouldn't get right to it. I know I shouldn't get right to it. I know I shouldn't get right to it, but we got to get right to it, B. There is a clear line drawn in the dirt, right? It's a clear line drawn in the dirt. It's us versus them. It's us versus them. Yo, I've been reading all the stuff, and I try not to read everything, but I have been reading everything, and now I'm frustrated. I've been listening to everything. I've been watching everything, and I shouldn't have. I usually don't. I did, and now I'm frustrated. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's flat out ridiculous, man. We blame Julius Randle and RJ Barrett for everything. For everything. We blame Tibbs. Tibbs get a lot of blame. Tibbs get a lot of blame. Cats over here that ain't never coached nothing. Cats that ain't never coached nothing are on social media talking about what Tibbs is doing with his rotations. And Tibbs is the two-time coach of the year. Subliminal 209 was good. MIG is in the building. Was good. Drip more. Was good. Was good. I put a poll out here this morning before we even got started. Let me check on the poll. Let me check on the poll. Let me do an update because I put the poll out there before we even got started, man. Let me go to the channel. Let me go to community. All right. Let me go ahead to the video. Going live. I'm going. I'm hurrying up, man. I'm hurrying up. Hold on. I'm rocking. Hold on. Okay. So we got a poll out here. Who's to blame for this debacle? And right now, there's a tie between Coach Tibbs and Leon Rose. DSJ was good. Right. There's a lot of stuff going on. Right? Like, in the words of the great American prophets or the great American poets, Mobb Deep, there's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walk around with your head down, scared to look. You shook because there's no such thing as halfway crooks. So -2 Trill says a lot of blame. I went a lot of blame. I went by my choices. Right. White Falcon says front office got everything y'all needed. Why y'all mad at the front office? Yeah. No. White Falcon, you said that wrong. The front office got everything that y'all wanted. Right. Here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff going on with this team, and there's a lot of blame to go around. And I think the blame starts with Leon Rose. I'm not in favor of anything negative against Tom Thibodeau. I'm not in favor of anything negative towards RJ Barrett. I'm not in favor of anything negative towards Julius Randle. Because those three entities proved last year when put in a decent position, they could make chicken salad out of chicken poop. And y'all know what I mean. Right? White Falcon, Leon Rose didn't get us nowhere. See what I'm saying? Okay, so see, look at this quote. Leon got us to the playoffs, and I know this is sarcasm, right? Leon got us to the playoffs. Leon Rose didn't get us nowhere. This whole thing started off on the wrong foot. The only thing he did right was hire Tom Thibodeau. That's the only thing we know with certainty that he got right. Jamie Peralta says Tibbs is costing us games. Nah, this roster is whack. This roster is whack. You got a bunch of veterans that ain't performing, that are playing in front of a bunch of rookies that y'all like and feel comfortable that they need minutes. Am I lying? Is that a true statement? Do you want to see your kids play? Is that a true statement? Do you want to see Quentin Grimes? Do you want to see Miles McBride? Real King, Bim. Okay, now we talking. Now we talking. What is this? Oh, what is that? That's water. Okay. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I remember chopping it up with y'all about, tell me if this sounds familiar. Oh no, I don't want Chris Paul. Chris Paul make too much money. If Oklahoma City want Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina for Chris Paul, I ain't giving up Frank. Tell me if this conversation sounds familiar. Tell me if it sounds familiar. I'm not giving up RJ Barrett to get Chris Paul. Oklahoma City must be crazy. Houston must be bugging if they think we're going to give up RJ Barrett for Russell Westbrook. Right? Right? We thought Chris Paul was in the bag because Leon Rose and Chris Paul had a relationship. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Tell me if this narrative sounds familiar. Tell me if this narrative sounds familiar. All we got to do is start winning games, and free agents are going to want to come here. Nah, DSJ, we not talking about that's later on in the season. I'm talking about before the season started. Before the season, when we knew we needed a point guard, because Elfrid Payton was trash in 2018-19. And we thought we knew for sure Elfrid Payton was gone. And Leon Rose botched the point guard search so bad, we had to bring Elfrid Payton back. Y'all remember that? Don't act like 2018, 2019 never happened. Don't act like that. Now y'all done made the playoffs. The Knicks done made the playoffs, and now we acting like we can't remember what happened before we made the playoffs. Don't act like that. Don't act. I know what side y'all are on, right? I know what side y'all are on now. Because if you acting like we didn't need a point guard, Elfrid Payton first season here. If you acting like we meant, look, if you one of the ones right now acting like you was happy with Elfrid Payton after his first season, you a liar. Or you on that other side that want to blame Randall and RJ and Tibbs for this mess going on right now. But last year, you was on that bandwagon like, hey, we're going to win 18 games. Oh, no, Uncle Freezy, I never said 18 games. I said we was going to win 40 games. Remember that, Uncle Freezy? No, bro, you said 18 games. And now once the Knicks made the playoffs, you said 40 games. Don't come at me like that. Right? Now we got this mess on our hands. Leon Rose, the agent guy, Worldwide West was supposed to, Worldwide West work back channel. He the shadow guy. He work in the fringes in the great areas. He gonna bring us somebody. And when we signed Kemba, Free Keith was celebrating. Free Keith was on this show doing the running man in the street. Free Keith was legit doing the Harlem Shake because we got Kemba Walker. I told you. And now Kemba here, and Kemba is washed. Free Keith was on this show Doing the bankhead bounce. Free Keith was like, oh, Uncle Freezy, look, Uncle Freezy, we got Kimba. That was him. Doing the big, I'm calling out Free Keith because that's my man's. I'm calling out Free Keith because that's my man's, and I know he ain't gonna Free Keith gonna backtrack. But if I call out some other people in the chat, they'll backtrack. You know what I'm saying? I know. See, Free Keith is a G. I can put him on the spot. I've been knowing that dude for years. You know what I'm saying? But Leon Rose, when we hired an agent, you know what I'm saying, the worst kept secret in the business, man, we getting Leon Rose. Leon Rose got relationships with everybody. You know what I remember Leon Rose from? The Knicks trying to trade for Greg Monroe. And at the time, he was with Greg Monroe. He was like, nah, don't trade for Greg Monroe. Y'all, what we should do is man, let Greg Monroe go over here and then let my other guy, Andrea Bargnani, go to the Knicks for 2 first-round picks, and y'all send us 2 first-round picks. Steve Novak, who was at the time leading the NBA in three-point shooting, and Landry Fields for Andrea Bargnani. Thank you, Leon Rose. Yeah, that's what I remember Leon Rose from. I remember Leon Rose from Chris Paul wedding when Carmelo Anthony was at the wedding and Carmelo was talking to Chris Paul about Chris Paul coming to New York. And all of a sudden, there's a change in plans and we signed Tyson Chandler. Thank you, Leon Rose. Y'all remember that? Our memory is so short. Thank you, Leon Rose. I'm not throwing Leon Rose under the bus. What I want is accountability. Knicks fans be on here every time. Every time a butterfly fought, y'all blame Julius Randle. Every time. My man can't catch a break. Y'all, I'm here talking about body language and mess. ISO Randle. Killing Randle. And all he do is do 20 and 10 every year. Every year's a Knick, he's 20 and 10. Got this franchise to the playoffs on his back for the first time in 8 years. And all we talking about is Randle body language. Never mind the point guard that we signed ain't doing nothing except commercials. He probably doing the jersey reveal today. We waited right here on this show at the trade deadline, all of us together, knowing Elfrid Payton was trash, knowing Elfrid Payton was garbage on offense. Elfrid Payton was garbage on offense. All we wanted was to either keep Elfrid Payton and get somebody to help Elfrid Payton or trade Elfrid Payton for a more balanced player. And at the trade deadline, we traded Iggy Brasdakis. Lonzo was prime for the picking out of New Orleans last season at the trade deadline. At the trade deadline, we waited on this very show at the trade deadline together. It was about 250 of us together, Knicks fans, waiting on the announcement to come through at the wire. And the trade we get is Iggy Brasdakis to Philadelphia for a second-round pick and money. I knew it. I knew it. As soon as we say put the blame where it's supposed to be, cats still want to blame Randall. They still want to blame Randall. Bruh, a lot of y'all, I see y'all get frustrated in the chat. I see y'all, listen. I see y'all are human. And y'all put a dope comment in the chat and somebody misconstrue what you said, and y'all get frustrated and go on rants in the chat, right? I don't say that y'all got bad body language or that y'all tripping. But let Randall see somebody miss an assignment and then try to get out there and is frustrated with somebody blowing a defensive assignment, and then he got to go knowing that he going to get the blame. He go anyway, and y'all blame Randall anyway. Y'all know y'all point guard defense has been terrible, but y'all blaming Randall body language, leadership. Y'all blame Kemba defense. Yeah, look, y'all blame Kemba Walker defense for 5 games. The Cleveland game he didn't play, and some dude named Ricky Rubio lit up the point guard defense with Kemba on the bench, and y'all still blame Randall. And Kemba didn't even play. The point guard defense was some dude named Rookie Rubles, whatever his name is. Whatever his name is. Whatever the dude name. Who remember what the dude? Yeah, I remember the dude was on fire. It was like NBA Jam for him. And y'all blamed Randall. A dude named Ricky Rubio was 8 for 8 for 3 at one point. He threw up a heat. He was so hot. He threw up a heat check. He knew it was gonna miss. He just threw it up anyway to see if it'd go in, and it missed. And y'all blame Randall for everything. Blame RJ. I was in Charlotte. Knicks fans, listen. I was in Charlotte with Divine from Real Knicks Talk, Uncle Fulio, from MBK, The Controversy, Staffa Don, from Blowing Tears from NBA 101. Y'all know Staffa Don, he the host of NBA 101. Make sure y'all check that out. Right? Knicks fans was walking by like, Randall suck. And you like, what? Did y'all even watch the game? Dudes turn these microphones on, and these dudes turn these microphones on, and the first thing out of their mouth is Randall suck because they know where to get clicks. They know where to get likes. They don't even speak what's really on their mind. They don't say what's really on their heart. They just say the first thing that'll get likes and clicks. Rand, yo, a butterfly past gas. It's Randall's fault. This is crazy. Knicks fan, every star player you get, you turn on him. Y'all was doing the same thing to Melo. Y'all was doing the same thing to Porzingis. Movies and stuff, that's a lie. Don't put that lie. Don't put this lie back in the chat. This right here is a lie. Randall is not a star player, is a lie. He played in an all-star game. It wasn't an all very good game, or all kind of good franchise type player game. He played in an all-star game. You might not like the fact that he's a star, but he is a star and was selected to be there. Look at this. Look how dumb this is. Look how, again, Randall is not a star, and you saw him in the All-Star game. That'll let you know what your mindset is. Go drink some coffee. Wake up. And Kanye is saying it's not a mess yet. Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. I tried to record some stuff because I saw the mess happening in Charlotte, and I tried to record it with my phone and put it out there so that y'all can watch it. I was so far, whatever. I tried to catch Obi Toppin cussing out Julius Randle, but I missed it. But I did get Derrick Rose waving off Tom Thibodeau, walking away and shooting baskets. G-Man for life is in the building. What's good, G-Man? What's good, G-Man? G-Man for life, your man Obi, he's spicy, boy. He got an attitude, bro. Hey, this dude, Obi Toppin, is passionate. I don't know if I agree with this, Miss Geraldine, because before the draft this year, Tom Thibodeau is on tape saying the team needs wing players, right? Tom Thibodeau was at their little combine, and they asked Tibbs what he looking for. He was like, every team in the NBA need wings. We need wings. And the Knicks drafted a 6'4" shooting guard, 2 point guards, and a big. I mean, the punchlines write themselves. And you don't even have to tell a joke. The punchline just writes itself. Tibbs is on tape saying the Knicks and other teams need wings. And the front office drafted a 6'4" shooting guard, a 6'1" point guard, a 6'3" point guard, and a 6'10" big. The punchlines write themselves. The dysfunction is so apparent that I think we're being blinded by the clouds. That's what it is. That's what I'll say. That's what I call it. Hey, JJ said RJ and Randall ain't it. That's what I'm saying. You know what side of the line people are on. KBL says, I wanted Jalen Johnson, and he was there for the picking, and we took Quentin Grimes. And I'm not saying I dislike Quentin Grimes. I like Grimes. right? But Tibbs said at the pre-draft workouts that he wanted wings, and most teams in the NBA need wing players. And Leon Rose took a 6'4" shooting guard who I like, a 6'1" point guard that I like, a 6'3" point guard that I love, and Jericho Sims. Tibbs said it. It's documented. Most teams need wing players. White Falcon, does this team need a wing player? I'm asking. White Falcon, does this team need a wing player? Ghetto Intellect, GI, does this team need a big wing? I'm asking. Because if I'm wrong, let me know. White Falcon, stop playing, bro. I need to know. Does this team need wing players, White Falcon? I'm just asking. Ghetto Intellect, I'm just asking. Does this team need wing players? I'm asking. Clearly, we are a house divided. Because some of y'all, and listen, we may not agree on this, or we may disagree about other stuff too. But for the most part, everybody in the chat agree about most stuff. Certain topics, though, certain topics, we just draw a line in the sand and will not give in. So Kanye says, why? We know this roster wasn't winning the chip building blocks. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But what I'm getting at is this. You can't blame Tibbs for anything or for everything. Tibbs is just the chef. That's it. He is just the chef. Tibbs is the dude cooking the meal. That's it. He not buying the ingredients. He just cooking the meal. That's it. Hey, JJ, you know what? I agree with you. RJ wants to be first team defense. Stop getting cooked by Haywood. I agree. And movies and stuff, listen, Randall is going to have one good game and then it's the same garbage after. I agree. Randall has to be more consistent with this group. He's got to be more consistent with this group. But listen, is that all Randall, though? How many good games has Kemba had this year out of 13? How many good games has Evan Fournier had this year out of 13? How many good games has RJ Barrett had out of 13? White Falcon says, well, Tibbs ain't cooking it right. We have players, but I can see we have great picks. We have to trade Randall, Fournier, and Kemba. Too many egos. Hey, movies and stuff. I don't know what this means. You said no, it's 3 more players. Is that a reference to me or something I said, or is that somebody else stuff in the chat? Yeah, yeah. G-Man said the same thing. What? Yeah, yeah, me too. I didn't get it. So Pudge Nice. The thing is this: 2018, 19. We had a bunch of young players, and they got a lot of run, but our veterans were garbage. So you had young veterans young players and veterans that were trash, right? So the roster was terrible. And we knew it. So we like, yeah, let Knox and Frank and DSJ and RJ and Mitch get some minutes so they can get better. Right? Right? Right. That was 18-19. Then 19-20 came along, right? 19-20. I'm sorry, 18-19. No, that was 19-20. That was 19-20, right? Young players, vets, they were trash. Then last year come along, right? And we make the playoffs. And we like, we'll never be bad again, right? Right? And we were kind of frustrated last year, too. We're like, man, every time RJ get hot, they take the ball out of his hand and Elfrid Payton pass the ball to Julius Randle. And so what I'm saying to everybody is this. This is a mess. Don't let nobody fool you. This is a mess. A mess. Leon Rose ain't did nothing. Right? And in February, I think it'll be 2 years he been on the job. It'll be in February of 2022. It'll be 2 years he been on the job. And think about what key free agent he brought in. Think about what excellent draft pick he made. And tell me what key trade that he made was good. The Derrick Rose one was good. I'll give him credit on that. The Derrick Rose one was good. See, this is what I'm talking movies and stuff. This is what I'm talking about. Leon Rose ain't took the Knicks nowhere. He don't coach nothing. Leon Rose ain't took nothing. Leon Rose don't coach. He the team president. No, man. Nah, man. We bugging. I ain't following that up. Tom Thibodeau took Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and some mix of center to the playoffs. And he won Coach of the Year for doing it. Tom Thibodeau won Coach of the Year for coaching that mess to the playoffs, right? Leon Rose did not win Executive of the Year for putting that mess together. Did Leon Rose win Executive of the Year for putting that mess together? No, he finished 7th. And he finished 7th out of 30 teams. Out of 30 team presidents, he finished 7th, right? And we want to give Leon Rose credit? Nah. Dude finished 7th. 7th. Leon Rose, listen, this February that just passed, about 250, 300 people were on this show waiting for Leon Rose to do something, and he did nothing. And y'all even made excuses then. When the trade deadline came and went, y'all were like, oh man, he ain't do nothing at the trade deadline because he gonna do something during the summer. And then the summer came and he did nothing. He handed Tom Thibodeau this mess, and now we still giving him carte blanche to do whatever. GI's like, it's 11:30 when that link dropping. Nah, bro, y'all don't want this link this morning. Cause, bro, this morning might not be the morning, bro. This morning might not be the morning. This morning might not be the morning. I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all know that. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. But this morning, but somebody has to get the blame for this mess. And I think it's unfair to blame Tibbs. I think it's unfair to blame Randall. I think it's unfair to blame RJ. Because those three were here last year and they made the playoffs. You bring in new stuff, and all of a sudden, we look like LOL Knicks all over again. Ms. Geraldine said, yep, Freezy, I was here with you on draft. I was upset. We passed on so many players. And yes. Yep. Yep. All I'm asking for is a realistic Knicks fan to say something. A realistic Knicks fan. Not somebody that's gonna say, hey, my opinion sounds so good to myself, I'm gonna try to make it a fact. Nah. The fact is, we waited here at the trade deadline for Leon Rose to make a deal because he knew we needed point guard help, and he traded Iggy Brasdakis. He traded Iggy. That's your move. Bro, we waited this long for you to make the move. We like, yo, he going to make the move, bro. And he traded Iggy. That's your move. We waited all year for you to make your move, and your move is trading Iggy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bro, you made us wait all that time, and your move is to trade Iggy. That was your move. You made us wait 50 games for that. Bro, Leon Rose, you made us wait 50 games for your killer move, and your killer move was trading Iggy Brasdakis. We were so disappointed that we didn't get a point guard upgrade at the trade deadline. That it took the steam out of a lot of Knicks fans. Right? And then at the draft, and then the draft, and then the draft. I was telling Uncle Fulio that the Knicks had 5 first-round picks available. The rumor was the Knicks didn't have enough ammo to move up in the draft to get a Chris Duarte. Chris Duarte. We couldn't move up from 19 to 13, even though we had 2 first-round picks in 21, 1 first-round pick in 22, and 2 first-round picks in 23. That's 5 first-round picks in 3 seasons. And we could have offered all of those, any combination of those, and we didn't have enough. And don't get me started talking about second-round picks, Leon Rose. He's the draft pick Don. He's the draft pick Don. He's got us all these second-round picks. For what? We got like 16 second-round picks in the next 3 years. You can only have 15 people on your roster. Crazy. Jerry Fitz, what's good? Pierre Moise, what's good? All right, so I'll put the link in the chat for. Hey, Wayne Peterson, what's good? Wayne Peterson says, Freezy, you also wanted BJ Boston. BJ Boston is currently a G League. Yeah. No, I could have taken BJ Boston. I wanted Trey Mann and Trey Murphy. I wanted Kai Jones. BJ Boston was on the radar, but y'all know I had a love affair with Trey Murphy the third, Kai Jones, and Trey Mann. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and I don't know if it's right. I hope I'm wrong. But right now, Leon Rose looks like a 40-degree day. Leon Rose looked like a 40-degree day. Y'all know what I'm. You.
Yo. Hold on. Let me get my microphone. Hold on.
So Miss Geraldine says, why is everyone hating on Randall? Put the blame where it belongs. Tibbs can't coach offense and can't make in-game adjustments. I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you. JJ says RJ can't even jump. My head dude was stuck on the floor and got blocked. Yeah.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Listen here. In the memory of my good friend Ron, who I miss dearly. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I am in sunny Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, on day 5 of a golf trip. My body feels like straight trash, but I'm still at it a couple more days, and I'll be back. I haven't spoke to Free Keith. I'm not sure if we meet for Wednesday, Knicks freestyle. We're in the building, fellas. So if you hear the raspy voices, that's vacation voice. Good morning.
Yeah, man.
Listen here.
Did you go to the Ping place in Arizona?
Ping?
Ping, yeah.
Oh no, we don't get time to go there. We wanted to go to the superstore, PGA Superstore too. We don't get a chance. But this is golf heaven. And November in Arizona, man, it's to die for. The weather's to die for, man. This is 85 during the day, 65 at night. Get a sweatshirt on. In fact, I need a sweatshirt now this morning. But listen, let me set this off. Leon Rose did it. And I have been complaining about not having a big wing because I knew defense. Listen, we gave up Kimber Walker. We gave up Alf Payton. I get it. I know you're about to say Alf Payton. Ghetto, really? We gave up Alf Payton. We gave up Reggie Bullock. We put on this team Fournier. And we put on this team Kimber. And I said, yo, didn't the defense get much worse, guys? Won't that have a problem on our season? Everybody said, no. We got Tibbs. Tibbs is going to be able to coach adjustments. He'll be able to make – there's no adjustment for somebody looking at you on the other side of the field, basketball court, and say, I'm just going to bring it to you all night. I'm just going to keep bringing it. Right. Last year's team could stop anybody from bringing it. This year's team cannot. And it is 100% has to do with the personnel. Period. Leon Rose dropped the ball. There's no other way around it. We don't have a real upgrade at point guard. We don't have an upgrade at wing defender, what we needed last year. So that way the offense can't flow. We can't play dry penetrating kick. There's not many offenses. We're better. We're worse than last year offensively and defensively because at least Reggie Bullock was willing to stand around and let Randall operate, and the offense operated better in that format. Freezy, let me set this off. Then I'm gonna go get a glass of OJ. I think Leon Rose is looking for the soft tank. I think Leon Rose needs Amadi Bates. I think that's the answer for Leon Rose and no free agent. No, the tank is rolling.
G, I know you can still hear me. G, I know you can still hear me, bro. I know the ghetto intellect can still hear me. And I can't believe that he said Leon Rose in the front office is driving a luxurious tank. I cannot believe what I just heard. My man said soft tank. I cannot believe what I just heard. I can't believe it. Okay.
I'm here standing 10 toes down on my take too.
Yeah, I know it. So Gregory Castillo, thank you for the generous contribution. What a promo by Vacation GI. Hashtag tank season.
Rolling. Keep that tank rolling. Yo, listen, I'm starting the Imani Bates talk now, baby. Let's go, Imani Bates.
But don't he play the same position as Julius?
But we should be able to put him and Jules on the floor together, right? This kid's special.
If we get them, bro, you know, hey. Oh, you drinking out of square bottom glasses?
Listen.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, man. Somebody spoiled.
We a vacation mood, baby.
I see that.
This vacation GI. Friday night I hung out. Friday night I'm in the club and my boys, my other guys. Shout out to the Shitty Gang. That's my internet crew. Right. I'm all drunk online Friday night. They cursing me out, man. This vacation GI is different, yo. He's a beast. Vacation GI is a beast.
Oh my goodness, man! I bet y'all having a ball, bro.
Bro, it's 7:51 here. Here I am up with y'all.
Oh,
dead tired.
Did you play yesterday?
Bro, we've been playing every day since last Tuesday.
So how many did you play? 36 yesterday?
No more 36. We stopped at about 42, 43 years old.
Yeah.
No more 36. So we just make it about 8 days of straight golf.
Okay.
Amazing courses out here in these deserts.
Y'all walking?
No, well, some of the this time of year, Arizona, you got to be careful. If you come to Arizona to play golf this kind of time of year, be careful with cart path only. So there's a couple of courses with cart path only. You feel like you're walking.
Okay.
But nah, for the most part, everything's been good.
Okay. Well, good, man.
So let's get back to this soft tank.
Let me ask you. I gotta ask you about the air, because you know the air is different. The air in Arizona is different than it is in New Jersey. So you hitting the ball farther?
I'm actually not hitting it farther. You know why? Because Freezy. Remember, I always told you I'm not a long ball hitter.
Right.
So the air is lighter, but I don't use the air. New Jersey golf courses are dry. So I line drive the ball and get it to bounce.
But roll. Okay.
In Arizona, they oversee this time of year from all the summer. This is when they get their real growth. This is their March. This is their spring. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're seeding now to get good growth. And the golf course is slow. So I'm not getting any roll. We playing at 6,700 and 6,800 yards. It's been a challenge for your man GI, but I'm hanging in there.
Well, good. The reason I know the air is different because I used to box at a place called Fort Huachuca.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so the air when I went, it was 110 degrees at 10 a.m. or at 11 a.m. and the air feel like it is like burn your lungs, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like the air is so crispy.
They call that dry heat crap. And I'm whatever. But I will say yesterday, you could feel it getting toasty. And I just realized, I said, if I was in New Jersey playing golf, this is how I'd be sweat everywhere. You do sweat less, but it's still, man, listen, it's still hot, man. It's still hot. I'm in Phoenix, goddamn, I'm in Paradise Valley. I believe they call this Paradise Valley, Arizona.
Okay. Man. So y'all got separate condos? Everybody got like a little condo joint to themselves?
So we got an Airbnb.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Yeah, look at G.I. Look at my man's. Yeah, that's dope. With the pool in the back, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope, bro. That's dope.
Like 6 bedrooms. Yeah, we keep balling for my man 50th.
Yeah, that's dope.
I keep telling everybody it's my birthday too. You know what I mean? Try to give you a little piece of it. My man's a diehard Knicks fan too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think he's back there somewhere.
Okay.
I can't find him. There you go.
Hey, what's good, family?
Everybody say happy 50th. He can't hear you with the headphones.
Hey, happy 50th, bro.
It's our Knicks podcast.
Yeah.
So I told them all when I told them the soft tank is rolling, baby. The Leon Rose trying to tank for Imani Bates. That's my take this morning. Because there's no way Kemba Walker and Fournier was going to provide better defense, and we were going to be a better defensive team. And our lack of defense is what's making us a worse team this year. Period.
Yeah, man. DSJ, what's good?
Top of the morning. What's going on?
Hey, man. You know what it is. You know the vibe, bro. It's a mess going on, bro.
Yeah, I see. I got two of the best golfers on the panel right now for basketball conversation, but it's
I
all
don't know
good.
about best. I don't know about best. I hit the ball hard. I don't hit it straight though.
Well, listen, then you giving me false information because I thought you were saying that you was the best golfer in the world. I see GI's right now on his PGA Tour kick. So good luck to you, and we'll be watching you on ESPN soon enough.
Yeah, me and J.R. Smith. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
so what's up? Who are we blaming, bro? We gotta
Yeah, I
blame
mean,
somebody for this mess.
well, you got to start from the top. You gotta look at Leon Rose and the decisions that he's made, or in some cases lack thereof.
Right.
In regards to the moves that we again, I said this in a couple of chats, we lost our identity. The thing that we were predicated on was defense and offense. Two-way players, and I
Right.
feel like again, what we could have found a replacement for Reggie Bullock and Alfred Payton
Yeah.
in any capacity, but without having to lose one or the other. It didn't have to be a sacrifice or a substitution, if you did your due diligence. Personal opinion though, I don't think the NBA wants the Knicks to be great. I think that in regards to trade talks and stuff like that, they would stall us
Bro.
as much as possible because I feel like again, they don't want to help us out in that capacity. And I feel like things like the draft rule change is proof of that. I feel like the moves that were made in this year's draft is proof of that. If we're looking at a small forward, a two-way small forward, and I'm looking at teams like maybe New Orleans specifically, since you already have an all-star level small forward, what was the need for you to draft Zaire Williams? You know what I'm saying? That you could have made that trade down for us, trade down to us, and we could have taken that pick. That I know that was a guy that you had on your radar, right?
Bro, I hear the X-Files theme music playing in my ear when you're talking, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, again, as they say, as they say, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean it's not true.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Hey, you told me that earlier in the year too. That's funny.
the biggest thing about this that I'm not, because I'm a little out of it, so I want to make sure I get the proper points out. The biggest part about this is not getting a large wing, a 6'9" wing. Pause.
Yeah.
We put RJ out of position, and this was RJ's year. We needed RJ at two guard. Our RJ's strength is playing 6'7" two guard and bullying guys on the other end. And then defensively, he can really get tough up on people's chests. You're putting him on. He's got to play Durant. He's got to play Chris Middleton. I've been saying this forever. I've been giving this take since December. Since July. So you put RJ out of position. He can't be as great as Julius is not playing with guys that need the ball in their hands, and we're saying they're not looking good without the ball in their hands. But we knew Julius wasn't going to let the ball come out of his hands. We made a big mistake with this roster. It's got to be a soft tank for Imani Bates. Let the tank roll for Imani Bates, baby.
Right, but Gian, if they wanted to tank, why would they hire Tibbs? That's what I'm saying. So now you're not even tanking right. You know what I'm saying?
It's still going to go back. We very well. We can be pleased with last season. Nobody can take last season away from us. It was a great season, but the goal was to keep rolling. So I don't want to take away last season, but at the same time, it still made sense for last year to be the tank year. But Tibbs said, "I'm trying to be coach of the year," and I just don't know how many times Tibbs can't keep out coaching talent in the NBA. You can't continually out coach talent in the NBA. These guys are just too good. The game is too long.
Eventually, you're going to need talent.
Hey, Gi, real quick. Hey, I know you said at least 6'9", between 6'9" and 6'10". Would you have settled for a 6'7" if, and I'm speaking only if we're talking about a legitimate small forward. I'm talking about a player like maybe Miles Bridges. It's not just because of his game against us. I'm speaking specifically of from last season to this season. He's a legitimate small forward, playing small forward, and at times they'll switch him to to power forward and stretch the floor, right? Or a 6'8" small
DSJ,
forward.
DSJ. Friday they made him play center.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That even, and I'm only giving the context of from last season to now, because I don't want
Right,
it to
no,
be
no,
where I don't want it to be based off of just what he did Friday. I want it to be based off of at least there's a history, because anybody can have a good game and all of a sudden now you want them. Ricky Rubio had a great game against us. Does that mean that that's the point guard we should have got?
no.
You see what I'm saying? So I
Right.
wanted to give context to where I'm asking the question, and it's not just predicated off of this one game. We're not doing the Eddie Curry thing. You know what I mean? But I wanted to ask if there was a legitimate, like, okay, no matter what, I want it to be 6'9", period. If there was a legitimate, it's a small forward at 6'7", or maybe at 6'8". I know I've been talking about Harrison Barnes since all last season and making a trade for him for, you know what I'm saying, Bullock and whatever we needed to do for Harrison Barnes. But he's a 6'8" small forward legitimately. So I'm
DSJ.
asking specifically, would you have considered, like, okay, let me get at least one of those as opposed to a hard stance on 6'9", 6'10"?
GSJ, as long as we didn't have to, that player didn't need RJ to play 3 for him, and he needed to be moved to 2 because he's undersized or he's not fast enough. As long as that guy was a 3 and every night he was going to defend other 3s like him and can do some power forward time too, like you said, fine. It don't have to be 6'9". Now, do know though, our rebounding will suffer with RJ and another guy in the front court, because remember, look when we're less. Last year we rebounded well and we played defense. We kept guys in front of us. Now we can't keep anybody in front of us. We can't rebound. It's the Knicks. We're trending in the wrong direction off of last season.
Hey, yeah, and you know what? I saw something so embarrassing Friday night. I saw RJ Barrett guard his man, right? RJ Barrett was on his man, and he looked, and there was a man wide open in the corner, so he sagged off of his man, right? They threw the pass anyway. RJ followed the pass to the corner. They threw the ball all the way back up to the top of the key. RJ Barrett chased the ball all the way back up to the top of the key, right? They threw the ball back to the corner where the man was open. RJ Barrett was like two steps late. The dude hit a 3, and the fans was like, "Oh man, RJ Barrett defense is trash."
Right. You know, it's funny you say that, because I've been saying that too. I said, at what point do we sit here and start blaming the rest of the people for not rotating,
Right.
or not recognizing the rotation in a defense?
Right.
Because it's something as simple as, okay, if my man is sagging off, okay, where's the other guy? You know what I'm saying, to come in and cover RJ's assignment, because now RJ has to cover somebody else's assignment. And I saw that too. It honestly looked like hopscotch.
Yep.
I was laughing the entire time. Like, I can't believe that RJ's out here literally playing hopscotch, trying to defend the entire team.
Right. Hey, man, bro, it's crazy, bro. I think we need to blame Leon Rose. I think this roster needs to be fixed. I think we need to get a big point guard and a big defensive wing and a center that can stay healthy. We have to get a center that can stay healthy. Bro, no matter what center we get at that position, they always get hurt. If y'all remember back to last year, it was to a point where we had a dude named what was his name? Pelly? we had a dude named Pelly playing center.
Broke his finger in the first play. Yeah,
his hand looked like SpongeBob. Remember that? Bro, we to a point, man, where this is, we can blame Tibbs on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? you know, but at some point, man, we got to start blaming Leon Rose. We got to start looking at the front office because the 6'9" wings that G.I. wanted were in the draft to be had, and they passed them up for 2 point guards that they wasn't even gonna play. Why you draft 2 point guards?
That's criminal. That's
Right.
criminal.
Right. And then the one that they knew wasn't gonna play, they drafted him first. They drafted Jokibitis first. So why you gonna draft the dude you know ain't gonna be on the roster? Bruh, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just disappointed at Knicks fans, which is the reason why I became the president of LP fan club. And listen, a lot of people, it's ruined my credibility in some cases because guys are just looking at me like, "Gi, you just can't be serious, smarter than that." But what I was saying was LP is not the reason you were winning or losing last year. And you just assume you replace him with any heavy breathing person, anybody with breath in their life, anybody who got a pair of sneakers that can lace them up, and we're going to be a better team. And that just was trash. You didn't think about the leadership you brought. You didn't think about every night he went on his role, and Randall knew what he was going to do. He knew what LP he was going to have. He don't know what he has in Kemba from night to night. He don't. And I told you, Randall is just like any other star player in the NBA. If his team doesn't start to get it done, he's going to start to do more to show what he had, what his skill set is. You can't be mad at him at that. Anybody who's played any basketball, even in the backyard with your little brother, if you had the ability to take the game over, if you were the best player on the court, you took the game over. My homeboys now here with me. They told me many a day, "Hey, G.I., get the ball to the scores, homie. We need you to get the ball to the scores. You taking too many shots out there." Right. It is what it is.
Hey, real quick, I know you said the healthy center, right? Do you have one in mind? Is there anyone specifically that you targeted or looking at? If you were
yeah. Tell them get the ball to the scores, bro. Get them. Julius Randle, they want Julius Randle to pass the ball. Yeah. Pass it to who? Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this thing, baby. Keep this right here.
So my deal is this. For what the New York Knicks gave Nerlens Noel, we could have signed Dwight Howard and Dale McGee.
Pass it here. All right, now give it back. Okay. Somebody got to get the ball to hold. How'd that feel? Feel good? Yeah. All right, now get it back.
What we gave, think about what I'm saying. For what we gave Nerlens Noel.
Not much, yeah.
We could have signed JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. Right? And while those names are not while those names don't present you with, don't give you great vibes, the Lakers won a championship with that duo.
Yeah, don't go nowhere. Don't go too far.
Listen, I'm not laughing or saying yes or no or nothing like that. I just really wanted to understand, okay, again, just off of the fact that you presented it and it was an interesting take. I was like, okay, well, do you have somebody in mind? Because at the end of the day, they're serviceable bigs, right?
Right.
So I don't think it's anything, you know what I'm saying, where you could look at and have to really explain and nothing like that. I think, just the fact that you had a name and a reason involved. So I think that was...
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You don't hear me,
yeah,
right?
We hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
y'all hear me now too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Hey, what was in that glass? Mimosa?
No, my phone was supposed to, when I hit this button, see that button?
Yeah.
It's supposed to mute and unmute, and it's not working, you saying?
No, it ain't.
That's not working.
I thought I was on mute when I was talking all loud like that.
No.
It's all good, though. At least we know where you stand.
I was using bad words.
So what I'm saying, what I'm getting at though, Soul Finger, is this. So you paying one dude $10 million and the other dude $5 million, and they ain't giving you nothing. So we paying $15 million for center, and we ain't getting nothing. And then the backcourt, you paying $26 million this year, and you ain't getting nothing. So you spending a total of $41 million for nothing, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like going to buy a car, call yourself buying a new car, and it's got like 100 and some thousand miles, and you still paying new car money for this used car with 100 and some thousand miles.
Right,
Excuse me, it makes no sense.
right.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still gonna stay positive. Remember, I'm sticking to my 20 games. I said it. I said it with my chest. I'm gonna be 10 toes down on what I said. I was even 10 toes down. I'm supporting the front office what they did. Even though you can go in, if you can pull up those old run shows, and even with GI, I was saying Kelly Oubre. That's who I was looking at get at small forward. But I said we got Evan. I'm cool with that. I know what he did in Orlando.
Right.
But the problem is, again, wing was a big problem. It was in the back of my mind. I kept it in the back of my mind about that. We need that wing that can play defense. Those cats out there, or even, you know, I don't even like throwing out the word trade, but I mean, I would knock on Portland's door for a Robert Covington and see what's up with him because he can play.
I love Rocco. And GI would love Rocco also.
Yeah.
Rocco is exactly what GI been wanting. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to go big name, but somebody that's solid has been steady in the league. But then you go back to the draft. I'm not going to talk about, the draft. I'm not going to lie. I was tight. I was ready to flip tables and throw chairs when we kept moving around.
Right.
You could have made the draft there, but I was like, I'm gonna support the front office. I'm gonna support. But what we got going on?
I ain't supporting that mess, bro.
Right now we number one to defense to last. Come on, man. That's something got to give. Something got to give. I'm not hitting ready. I told you before, Freeze. You know what I mean? Talked off. I'm not ready to hit the panic button yet.
Nah, y'all want to be reasonable.
I don't want to hit the panic button yet. Now we still performing like this at 20. We at the 15, 17 game mark. I'm in the room with the panic button. I'm not gonna lie to you a little bit. I'm gonna start looking at it a little bit hard, but I'm not ready to push it. But we got to get something together. And I knew sacrificing defense for more offense was going to be a problem, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad, this big of an issue. Not like that. So, but I mean, all in all, season, we still got time. I do believe it's all going to come together like butt cheeks. I really do.
Yo, so what is Nick Yak talking about, though, Soul Finger? Nick Yak said, nothing out of Mitch. What are y'all watching? Changing shots, two blocks, shooting 75% again, 3 offensive board is nothing? Yo, Nick Yak, you missed the whole point. Mitch didn't get paid. We talking about dudes Leon Rose paid.
Yeah.
Mitch didn't get paid. When Mitch got paid? Mitch ain't get paid. We talking about this money that Leon Rose spent. He gave Nerlens Noel $10 million a year. He could have signed Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee to that money. And then he tore up Taj Gibson vet minimum and gave him 2 years, $10 million. So now you paying your backup centers $15 million a year, right? Do you know what kind of starting center we could have got for $15 million a year?
You want to know the sad part about it is Taj Gibson looked like he's the one that should have got Nerlens Noel's contract, and Nerlens Noel looked like he should have got Taj's contract because
Yes.
he is. I gotta give Taj his props. I've said it before. He is the highest paid mentor on that team. He's one of those guys that can galvanize the troops. And he's playing like that. The second unit has really benefited from his leadership. And at times you've seen him when he played with the first unit. They've been playing a little bit better.
I know.
I'm not saying that you should have paid him that much, but I'm just saying as far as how funny it looks that the one guy that should have gotten paid, you know what I'm saying? I understand the level of continuity that they wanted to continue, but I'm just laughing at how well Taj has played. As you know what I'm saying, going forward, I don't expect that to be the case. I expect him to relinquish, you know what I'm saying, basically his knowledge onto the onto the guys that we got. But I'm just laughing at how well he's played, considering I was like, okay, Taj is 1 foot out the door already and should be in the front office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. What it
it is what it is. I'm just, again, like I said, hoping really, and like I said, I think this is where me and GI really click on the same level of you know what I'm saying, agreement, right? We really needed that wing, and the draft really provided us the opportunity to get that.
And we did.
I'm so disappointed. And I've been saying that too. I just try to, you know what I'm saying, hold a little bit of optimism. Okay, you know, going forward, we'll see what we got. But I know Stafford Don was clowning me a little bit before because I was pissed off about the draft. And you know, again, honestly, it's just like, you know, again, we got to address that issue. We have to get that wing. We got to get a legitimate small forward. We can't keep getting guys that are 2 guards and putting them in that position because they have the ability to play it.
Right.
There's just not a guarantee in the world for me. 30-second statement. There's not a guarantee in the world for me. Kemba Walker was a throw-in. And I know there's been Kemba Walker was a throw-in for us. If we go out with Kemba Walker, R.J. Barrett, Kelly Oubre, Mitchell Robinson, and Julius Randle, I promise you, we could fight with anybody any night. And then go to our bench. That one position, putting Fournier in that front line, in that lineup, and forcing RJ to play out of position is the detriment to the season, period. And I've been saying it forever. Who's going to play the 3? Who's going to play the 2? People start saying, well, Fournier will play some 3. Fournier hasn't played an ounce of 3 this year. Not an ounce.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay Boogie, how you doing, bro?
Good morning, y'all. Good morning, my brothers. How y'all doing, man? It's good to see y'all, man. I promise you, it's good to see y'all.
You got some stuff on your face. What you got on your face, bro?
But this right here?
Yeah, what was happening?
Nah, ain't nothing happening, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm supporting, you know what I'm saying? No Shade November. I mentioned that at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? I'm going all hard for, you know, cancer situations, you know what I'm saying? So this is what this is right here. I'm supporting that all the way to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know I'm young and gifted, but sometimes you gotta, you know, give strength somewhere where it's not receiving strength. So I'm doing my diligence right here with this right here. I want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, first and most, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Chuck. Shout out to my man GI, the Ghetto Intellect, also Golf Internet. I see where you're at, doing your thing, man. Congratulations, man. Shout out to my 2 brothers, DSJ and Soul Finger number 12. You know what I'm saying? Those 2 brothers checked on me, you know what I'm saying? Making sure I was all right. I was good. I was just up in the woods, up in the, you know what I'm saying, in the mountains and stuff. I ain't had no services, no nothing. I ain't had no internet going on all week, you know what I'm saying, until I got back towards North Carolina. I ain't seen no basketball. I ain't seen no podcasts until I think it was Saturday. I ain't seen nothing, man. So I'm just reviewing, catching up, you know, from y'all what's been happening. You know what I mean? So I don't want to do too much talking about what games and all like that because I'll be faking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no games, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going off of what y'all saying. But I do know for a fact, and shout out to the worldwide chat, the greatest people it is in the world. Y'all ain't just fans, y'all great people, man. Love y'all, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? But I must say this right here. I can't go along with the tank mode, man. I can't do that. Not because this dude probably showed out this past weekend, first weekend. I can't go that route. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt too much. You know what I'm saying? Hard energy. Too much thoughts, too much money. It's gonna hurt too much. I invested too much last year to start thinking about a tank this year for this guy. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it, man. All I can say is, yeah, we might have messed up, you know what I'm saying, on some players, but what players was out there this year, you know what I'm saying, to solidify this roster? If this would have been this year, going in, coming off of next year, we could have built something different. But what players was out there this year for us to get, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get an organization effort, but striving to go do what we needed to do. Last year, everybody, we all was saying we needed more perimeter players. Okay, it didn't work. It's not working out yet, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to turn around and get better. So I got to continue on, you know what I'm saying, believing and praying and hoping in that direction, you know what I'm saying, that it does turn around. Because the greatest thing about it, you know what I'm saying, at least we can make a quick fix, you know what I'm saying? We're not stuck for years and years with some of these contracts and rosters, you know, and players on this roster, you know what I'm saying? A couple of years ago, Evan Fournier, you know what I'm saying, would have had he probably would have been getting paid 30 million, you know what I'm saying, over 5 years, you know what I'm saying? So right now, we got quick fix, we got tradable contracts and everything, you know what I'm saying? It's just that we're struggling because of our defense, not because what the office tried to go get that he's seeing that's not working so far, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to work, man. So I got to continue on being patient and continue not throwing my team up under the bus. I'm not going to do that this year, man. I'm not. Y'all got to work that out. Y'all got to fix it and play hard. I like Jim Jones' album a couple of years ago. He had an album called, and I can't remember the album, but he had a line that he said, "Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard." You know what I'm saying? Yep. Sometimes it's not the greatest talent. We're not working hard at all. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, hurt me more than anything. Last year, we worked hard on every possession. You know what I'm saying? We're not working hard. We're not wanting it. We're not going to get it. We're not, you know what I'm saying, riding off the wave, the vibe from last year. We're not doing none of that. Until we start doing that, we're going to continue on, you know what I'm saying, having this up and down Coney Island roller coaster ride, you know what I'm saying? But as long as they doing that, I'm going to do it with them, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it. I'm going to catch my headaches this way, but I can't go on no tank one. I can't do that, man. I can't do that, man. I promise you I can't.
No, we ain't. No. J Boogie, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm back amongst the family at home first, family amongst y'all second, you know what I'm saying? I'm back, you know what I'm saying, all the way. You know, I just got to get rested up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a little clogged up and everything, you know what I'm saying? I just got to get a little rest, but I had to come out here and rock with y'all this Monday, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, enjoy life, let you know it's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? It's beautiful to wake up and got life and got a job and all that.
I was looking for you Friday, bro. You know, I was looking for you Friday in Charlotte, North Carolina.
You think I won't hurt? You think I didn't want to be there? Trust me.
I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on.
It's nowhere in the world they come here and I'm not going because of nothing. I had work, man. I just booked up something from Miami yesterday. So I'm working, you know what I mean?
Check
so
1, 2.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 2 back to the 1. My mic sound nice. Yeah, shout out to her, yo. Great lyricist, yeah. It sound
that's salt and pepper. That's salt and pepper for those that don't know.
You see it.
J Book, let me interact with you a little bit here. I wasn't suggesting that we should tank. That was what I was saying. I'm saying Leon Rose is looking to that draft. There's no way these guys, J Book, I know you're saying give it time. There's no way you substitute this. The character of this team last year was his defense. And y'all ask who was out there. This team went to the 4th seed, and we decided to go get different players. You can't then say, well, no one was out there. They should have kept our own guys. They should have brought back Reggie Bullock and LP then, if that's the case. Or at the last minute, at least get LP and King. Say, well, at least we could play the same way we played last year. I don't want to get worse. I don't want to risk getting worse. And then if Kimba would have come, you could have had Kimba and LP. You would have had some places to go to defense. We have no defense to go to because we don't have Kimba and because we don't have LP and Reggie Bullock on this team no more. So at least go get your own players when they're available. Know why they weren't available? Because you didn't sign them. So that made them available. At least keep the same team intact.
I don't think Leon Rose got a clue. I don't think he got a clue, bro.
I'm with that bringing Reggie Bullock back. I'm with that because it shows that, you know, we need his. I ain't with that Peyton. You know what I'm saying? I can't go with Peyton. I spend my hard-earned money and sit there and watch the team call a timeout, and he ain't even go over there.
Yep.
He ain't even go over there. He ain't do it not once. He did it twice. I seen him do it in Madison Square Garden. I seen him do it in Atlanta. I can't support that dude that give up and quit on the team because you allow a young rookie to come in and take your shine, take your spot. You know what I'm saying? You should have handled that with quickly, not give up on the team. feel like you ain't playing. Nah, he came and took your slot, man. That's all that was. I can't ride for him. But Reggie Bullock, yeah, it's showing that we need him. I agree. Now we got RJ going into playing positions, you know what I'm saying, that he wasn't, you know what I'm saying, made to play. And now he got to start his game all over and learn how to play this position because we brought in another small player, you know what I'm saying? Right. I understand that situation.
Yeah. And this is facts. Oh, I'm sorry, Chuck. Go ahead, Chuck.
What I was going to say was that I know you said, GI, that, you know, we should have re-signed our players, but the issue last year was we didn't have enough offense. We had Julius Randle had no help in the playoffs other than Derrick Rose, but it was a day late and $1 short. So you had to make moves, and there was a sacrifice because how many two-way players were there available that we could have went out there and got, you know? So you're going to either get another defensive guy who possibly can't score, or you get scorers who play no defense, because that's usually what the NBA is, one or the other, and a handful of guys that can do both, right? When I'm looking at this Knicks team, this Knicks organization as a whole right now, I feel like it's maybe I'm saying this because I'm a Jets fan, but this looks like the Rex Ryan and Tannenbaum years, where it was like, okay, you got a really good defensive coach who gets the most out of his guys. You surprise everybody and you go to the AFC Championship game his first year. And then you do it the next year. Oh my God, we have something. But you have a front office keep making bonehead decision after bonehead decision. And then you realize, you know what? This coach doesn't know what he's doing on offense. Yeah. He's a good defensive coach. He knows how to game plan for the defense.
And even a good leader. And even a good
leader. Great leader.
Right. But just can't coach offense.
Exactly. And I feel like that's what we have here as with the Knicks. We got a name in the front office who's supposed to do some things. But like Uncle Freezy said, it's been 2 years.
2 years in February. And he ain't did nothing.
You know, I want to give him a pass because it's almost like I'm talking out the side of my mouth. I kind of want to give him a pass.
I was about to get you, Chuck. I'm waiting for you to make your finish because you ain't get there yet. You got to come on, bring it home because I'm ready. I was ready to pounce in, but you admitted that you kind of all over the place. Bring it home.
Well, here's Leon Rose and Tibbs may not be on the same page, or they're evaluating talent totally different, because a lot of the guys that we could have had that would actually fit the spots that we need, we passed on. Yeah, we passed on them either in free agency or we didn't draft a guy, right?
Right.
Even when we were talking about Mikal Bridges earlier, in that draft, the Knicks needed a point guard, which they still do, and they need a small forward, which they still do. I think once those two positions are solidified, everything else will fall into place. You have your shooting guard. You got RJ. You have him. Leon Rose, maybe Scott Perry.
Chuck, I gotta stop you. Chuck, I love you.
Okay.
But yesterday's prices ain't today's prices.
Okay.
So for you just to say, well, you know what? It's the trade deadline. So all we got to do is just get a small forward now. And, you know, we get one now.
I don't think we're going to be able to do that.
Oh, okay. Okay. So then what is because you said we had to go get offense. We had to go get offense.
Right.
Although we were the number 4 defensive team, listen what you're saying.
Right.
Being the number 4 defensive team is what made us relevant. You said we had to go get offense. And what I'm saying is I agree with you, but it was a delicate move. I would have deferred another year and gone out in the first round and look very good in the regular season, keep the fans engaged till I found that player. You don't just get rid of the players that helped you get ascend to the number 4 defensive seed. I mean, number 4 defensive level of play, and then say, well, we got more offense, so maybe the team is better. Chuck is risky, and that's why this team looks at. We will. If the only way we'll beat teams this season is because they themselves will shoot very bad. If other teams don't shoot very bad, we will win no games, and that in and of itself is a problem.
Right.
I agree.
The only place I disagree at is Elfrid Payton had to go. He had to go. That's the only place. But in terms of bringing,
and it should have been and Freezy, I don't mean to interrupt. I'm gonna be quiet. And it should have been easy to upgrade LP, right? The way y'all said. Then why didn't it happen?
It's because of Leon Rose, bro. Because of Leon Rose. That's what I'm saying. Me and Jay Boogie and a dude named Rob the Knick pointed it out to me in Atlanta, Georgia. They was like, yo, look at Elfrid Payton sitting over there by the Gatorade things, riding the bike with everybody in the timeout. I was like, y'all bugging, man. Y'all bugging out. It ain't that. I look, and Elfrid Payton looked like the only reason why he was there was because if he didn't show up, he'd get fired or they'll fine him. He was you know how somebody be there, but they still be a million miles away? That was Elfrid Payton, bro. That was Elfrid. Elfrid Payton had to go. Taj Gibson went over to him and cussed him out like a dog in Atlanta, Georgia, right there in front of us. And he's like, man, whatever. I'm out of here after this over. You know what I'm saying? And when you say something in a team fighting to stay in the plan, man, listen, Elfrid Payton, bro. And yeah, a cat can't tell me nothing about Elfrid Payton. Now, Reggie Bullock, I could stomach. I don't like his game, but I could at least understand why people would want him to come back, right? But Elfrid Payton, nah. But G.I., this is the thing. This was the solution. This was the thing that made sense. The Knicks are paying Nerlens Noel more money than the Lakers are paying Carmelo Anthony. Hey, you muted, bro. We can't hear you.
No, because I didn't want to interrupt the show. I wanted you to get it. Oh, come on, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
But listen what I'm saying. If based on what you said, if we just ran it back, kind of like what you said, and we needed scoring, we could have got Carmelo for cheaper. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is you didn't have to reinvent the wheel. You could have just bought in a familiar face. Somebody who can take the pressure of New York, somebody that want to win, and you could go to Melo and be like, Melo, look, we made the playoffs last year. All we need is a bench scorer.
Let me say this to my homie Keyshawn. Because Keyshawn is very important to what we do over here. Keyshawn, this is $1 billion industry he's running. You don't get to have $1 billion product and say, well, I'm going to play with this and I'm going to play with that. Once he set that level for them, I'm going to have to be quiet because, my boys, so I don't want to mess up the show. But once our level was set last year, Leon Rose don't get to drop the product off and play with it and say maybe it'll come back. You have to maintain your level. Once your franchise meet a level, you don't drop off. And franchises, $5 billion products don't do this. You wanted to do this. They trend up. They don't, fall off. No, that's irresponsible. Leon Rose is being irresponsible with this product.
Right. I'm with you. What I'm, hey, DSJ, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but what I'm getting at is bro, you can get defenders, and scoring in the NBA is easy to get. It's easy to get scoring because all you have to do is go get a guy like, hey, bro, we need for you to take 12 shots a game off the bench. You think cats ain't lining up for that? I mean, But hey, shout out to Still Knicks fan.
Yeah, all I really wanted to say, because it was a conversation that GI and even Darley was having the last time I was on the panel. And I'll be honest, I had to reassess the conversation, right? Because although I'm not a fan of Reggie Bullock in the starting unit,
Right.
I wouldn't mind him coming off the bench. If he elected, and this is where the other part of it goes to, if he elected to take the contract that we offered and stayed in New York, because I think that's the other part people are missing. Reggie Bullock didn't walk away with no offer. He chose Dallas over New York because New York did make an offer.
Right.
It's just that the contract that Dallas offered was better suited for what he was looking
It
for.
had a
With the
third
more
year. It had
guaranteed money.
a third guarantee year, and New York didn't want to guarantee the third year.
Right.
And he chose Dallas.
So with that in mind, if his role was different, if we elected to get a wing and have Reggie Bullock coming off the bench, I think we'd be in a better position personally. And I wanted to at least give GI, you know what I'm saying, the credibility for that conversation and also for the opportunity to reassess the position. But again, I think the problem with me at that point was taking the look at Reggie Bullock coming back meant coming back as a starter. So position has changed. You know, again, the position has changed because I feel like, again, the situation would have been different had we elected to upgrade the small forward position and brought back, at least if he continued to take the offer, then there would have at least eliminated the need for Alec Burks because you have two playmakers coming off the bench with IQ, still learning the job, and Derrick Rose. So with that in mind, I wanted to at least give GI, you know what I'm saying, his props and thank him for allowing me the opportunity to reevaluate. You know what I mean? You can't grow if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't learn. And, you know what I'm saying, that gave me the opportunity to learn something. So I want to give him his flowers and you know, show my level of appreciation for good conversation.
I'm gonna bounce off of what you just said, DSJ, because that's major what you was talking about, as far as the money situation, as far as the contract. You and Freezy was just both sharing. But if that's the case, then Leon Rose, he dropped the ball on that. The reason why I say he dropped the ball is if you're gonna honor Noel for what he did last year, putting in that hard work, because everybody we thought we was done when we had no center, and you honored that man, gave that man that money for all that hard work and energy he put in. You should have honored that man, Reggie Bullock, for the hard work that he put in. If it's 3 years, you should have gave him that year. Reason why I say you should have gave him that third year because he threw you a year back with his neck. He threw you some money back. You know what I'm saying? So being that I'm gonna throw a year back, give me that year back. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, with Noel, I mean with Leon, yeah, you dropped the ball with that Reggie Bullock thing. If that's what it was if it was over just a third year on his contract, when he threw you a whole year back because of his neck, so you can go sign other players, so we could do what we had to do last year. That's on you, Lee.
Wow,
that's on you.
Right. Yeah.
He traveled on a fast break.
That's all we need to say.
But if I was in that office, if Jay Boogie would have been in that office last year doing that draft, and I was unable to move up, get one of the wing forwards, that first pick and that second pick, and another first round pick, and Kevin Knox, they'd have been shipped to Detroit. I'd have got that Grant boy. That's what I would have done.
And I'm gonna just say this to GI. So check me out. This draft that just passed, we had 2 first-round picks. 2022, we had 1 first-round pick. 2023, we have 2 first-round picks. Remember the Porzingis trade, right? All right. So this year, they said we couldn't move up in the draft to get a guy like Scotty Barnes because the price was too high, right? But GI, Scotty Barnes is that wing player that you wanted. The super aggressive wing. All he want to do is defend. All he want to do is shut his man down and dunk on somebody. Can he have that? That's all he want to do. He don't want to take 50 shots a game. All he want to do is lock his man down and dunk on somebody, right? That's all he want to do. We could have offered up any combination.
And before long, he won't be hitting 3-pointers. You watch.
Right. That's what I'm saying. All he want to do is get you 17 9 rebounds, and do something disrespectful to the other team's small forward. He want to get in LeBron James' face and be like, "Hey, granddaddy, can you sign my poster?" That's what he want to say to LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? He grimy like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to all the people that's grimy like that. You know what I'm saying? They just, people are who they are, right? But you telling me the Knicks didn't have enough and they got 5 first-round picks in 3 years and they got 14 second-round picks over the next 4 seasons? They didn't have enough to trade up to get Scotty Barnes. Leon Rose, what you doing, man?
Is it safe to say we don't have the proper talent evaluators in our front office?
Yep. I think we can say that too.
So do you think that gets better? Do you think over time they become wise and learn from their mistakes and start picking the right guys?
I'll say this. I think they picked Obi Toppin because he a high character guy. He from the city and he an athletic freak, right? But smart money would have been like, your most pressing need is point guard, right? Now, does that mean I would have taken Tyrese Halliburton? Y'all know I don't like Tyrese Halliburton, bro. But if they'd had taken him over Obi, I would have been, in the moment, I would have been frustrated because I wanted Obi. But if they'd have done it, I'd have been like, that's a smart move right there. You know, get you a high upside point guard like Chuck Allen. Rob the Knicks. Why? How come every team can get a young point guard except us?
Because we have a young point guard. Tibbs just won't play him.
Who?
McBride.
Lord have mercy. Oh,
the man
boy.
showed that he needs to. If we just looking at what we looked at every summer league team do and what we did in the past, when you showed out in the summer league, you always got a chance. McBride showed out in the summer league. He's sitting on the bench because we got bum ass Kemba. Oh, excuse me. We got Kemba out there.
Come on, bro.
Stinking
That's
it up.
Kemba you talking about, bro. You talking about Kemba.
He need to. I told you that in the beginning that wasn't gonna work.
Oh.
I told you that in the beginning. Look, when you on your last leg, you on your last leg, man. We got sold a bag of goods, so now we need to make it work. We found out Friday night that the best guard defender that we have on the team that's playing is Quickly.
It's Quickly, yep. So
Quickly guards better than anybody on that team. But yet, Kemba is still there. Yep. I feel 2 things need to happen. Kick Kemba out the starting lineup, and just because he's a veteran, put him in the second unit. He don't work there, take him out the rotation. Just that simple. Another thing is this here too, Freezy. I don't know if nobody noticed it. Too many people handle the ball. Randall should be responsible for 2 things on offense. That's scoring and rebounding. Take the playmaking away.
Yeah.
Because it takes away from the rest of the team. He has the ball in his hands too much, and it's not by his design. That's Tibbs' fault.
Right.
Tibbs need to say, look, 2 things you worry about. You offensive rebounding and scoring. If you don't got the shot, kick the ball out. If we find you again, we'll find you again. And then that will simplify the offense and everybody else's movement on the floor. People can't cut with Randall on the floor because Randall, wherever he's at, if he's at the 3, he's going to hold that position. He's not going to cut without the ball.
Right.
So wherever he's at is going to be congested because you can't move around him because he doesn't move. So that's Rob, what they need to figure out.
He did it one time. And this is the funny thing. He did it one time in Charlotte, right? He did it one time and he got a dunk off of it. Remember that?
Yeah. And
so you're like, Randall, why don't you do that all the time?
Yeah, he's a broken clock. He's not even a broken clock. A broken clock is right twice a day.
Right.
He did it once. He was simple. It would run so much better if he just moves. So simplify what you need Randall to do. You don't need him to be Draymond Green. You don't need him to be the Joker. You need him to score the ball, rebound the ball, and we'll get the number of assists that you have, we'll get someplace else.
Right.
All right.
Stop
play
the press.
ball. That's it.
Stop the press, man. Stop the press. Hold up. Internet. Worldwide. Freeze. Don't move. I ain't talking about the one that's running this podcast. Freeze. Nobody move for a second. Rob Park is in the building. Let that be known. Straight off top. Off gate. I don't know how you ain't stopping from just coming in and just dropping a bomb like that. What's up, Rob Park? How you doing, man? God bless
What's
you.
up, baby boy?
Man, Freeze ain't seen you since Atlanta.
Man, look, you know, life keep you kind of busy. I try to get in when I can. You know it, but you know, I try to make a game and something like that. We need to do more.
Yeah,
Need to be here more. You know, but I was like more of a third shift guy, but like seems like the Nick at night, we can't get nobody to hold it.
Yeah, you know
Hey,
how
well,
that
look,
go.
well, tell Freezy to give me my money. Me and him had a bet. I bet on you, and I'm gonna give you $10 of it. I said we'll see Rob Paul before we see Hoodie Cat. I won the bet.
Bim. Bim.
Get pay up, Freezy.
Hey, bro, you know me. Pay up is a layup. You know that. You know that. Pay up is a layup, bro.
And the Knicks don't get layups, so there that is.
Oh, that means we broke then. Yeah, man. Hey, but we was in, man, Rob. I think I might have spent like $70 on Bud Light, bro, in Charlotte.
Oh man, they was almost like what, 6 a pop
at the game. At the game.
Oh, at the game.
In the game in Spectrum Center, they was $11.99.
Yeah.
And then when you order with the app, you got to pay the service charge and taxes.
Oh,
but that's how you treat yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You deserve to honor yourself, man. We was doing it big. We was in the building. You know what I'm saying? You was supporting. So that money ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You was doing it. Man, we don't do a lot of things to enjoy ourselves, you know what I'm saying, outside of, you know what I'm saying, the Nick thing, you know what I'm saying? That's why when we do go make moves, enjoy yourself. You see what G.I. doing? Enjoy yourself. You deserve that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people, constantly hit that like button, because guys, really put their hard work and energy into what we doing right here, you know what I'm saying, to bring it to the table, to lay it down for y'all, give y'all notes and stuff that y'all might not catch on, so you can drive and ride and receive these things. But when you go out and do and enjoy yourself, man, spend your money and enjoy yourself, man. We don't pay, you know what I'm saying, to jump the line. We pay because we've got an appointment to be somewhere, man. Get in that building, man. You should have spent $150. You should have had some old English.
Hey, Jay Boogie, I think you're missing something here. First off, I want you to know that G.I. is actually on business. He's getting ready for his PGA appearance right now. So that's not a personal trip. That's a business trip. And when it comes down to Uncle Freezy, that's a tax write-off with that network deal you got going on for $86 billion. So I want you to stop sitting here acting like, oh, I don't have no money. Nah, you got the money, $86 million. You just don't want to tell everybody. But I get it.
Hey, Staffordon got the money, bro. I saw Staffordon car, bro. I saw was so embarrassed, yo. I saw the walk home. I saw Staffordon whip. I saw the walk home, bro. Say, hey, Staffordon probably somewhere in the chat, bro. I was like, Staffordon, what color is that? He was like, yo, at night it's blue. In the daylight, it's kind of like a green. I was like, yo, whatever, bro. I ain't never seen no mess like that before, bro. You can tell cats got bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Staffordon, yo.
Well, all that money you got, man, you need to fix our roster, man.
Yeah, I need to do something.
Yeah.
I need to do so. You know what? The first thing I need to do, though, for real, is the first thing I need to do is upgrade the point guard defense. We got to upgrade point guard defense, bro.
That's not hard though. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back to promoting, man. 2 years ago, I was promoting. Give them the keys. Give them the keys. That was my work. Give them the keys. I'm gonna have to go back to promote. That's not a hard fix. Give them the keys.
Right.
Give Quickly them keys.
Wow.
Oh, he deserved the keys.
Oh, Quickly starting point guard. He is starting point guard.
Hey, his defense is. Rob, hey. I don't know what you saw Friday night, but from where we were sitting, Quickly was on them dudes like white on rice, bro.
And recovered quick.
Yep.
Off the screen, he recovered quick. you could see how far everybody else lagged behind on the cover off the pick.
Especially
he recovers quick.
Yep.
Whether
Kemba,
he's a point guard or not, he's better than what Kimber doing.
yeah, Kemba does not recover after the screen, bro. It's a gap. It looked like a lunch line with Kemba Walker, bro. With quickly, it looked like dudes tussling. You know what I'm saying? Evan Fournier got hit with a screen, bro, and he didn't even try to get back to his man. Seemed like complaining, like, why you complain? Make it, bro. We paying you $18 million. You out here complaining that you got a screen. Come on.
I said one day after the game, I said, look, no disrespect to Randall. Randall is our present.
Right.
He's our present right now.
Yeah.
But Obi is the future. Obi is the future. Randall is our present. So do what you want. Do what you do with your present.
Yeah.
But standing behind him is somebody that's pretty much box office.
Yep.
He's smarter.
Special,
he's faster. And all he needs is time.
And he not selfish. And he is very unselfish.
He the only one cut.
Exactly.
How you can't have a cut on the floor?
Right.
Well, Obi gets so many easy. He make the game look easy when he on the floor. Oh, and he got pissed off at the game.
Yeah, I was telling him
he was pissed off.
I was telling them that, and they ain't believe me, Rob.
Obi was pissed off. If you seen him doing that commercial break, Obi was pissed. He was on the side talking to Randall at the baseline before it went back from the TV. Randall dapped him up, but you should have seen how slow he was moving towards the bench and the way he was looking at Tibbs.
Yep.
He had a look on his face at Tibbs like, yo, man, I don't know what you're doing, though, but I don't think that New York, if Randall keep on playing like the way he's playing right now, I think he needs time. But the place is going to go, man. They were shouting Obi and Charlotte like we was in New York.
Yes. That was great. And so Rob told the exact same. So now Rob just co-signed what I've been telling y'all since I got back. Right? Listen, hey, G.I., no lie. When Obi found out that Randall was coming in the game, he was like, good, man, we're going to run some small ball, until he found out that they was taking him out of the game. And he went off. Bro, he was pointing at Taj like, that motherfucker ain't doing nothing. That MF ain't doing nothing, and you taking me out the game. He was mad, bro. Randall was like, calm down, bro, calm down. We gonna be all right. Obi was like, no.
Yo, it was crazy. It was crazy,
bro. It was crazy.
Just after the dunk, after the windmill.
Right. And you gonna take him straight out the game? Oh my God, Tibbs. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was an ugly look for Tibbs. Yeah, it was an ugly look for Tibbs. He can go up there and talk all that chemistry talk he want to, but sooner or later they're gonna be talking coaching talk.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Hey, Nick Yak, hold on, I gotta read this comment. Pull up quickly career numbers and stop this nonsense. He gets hot, can't miss, and still career 38% shooting sucks.
I
thought he meant from three.
Man, that's his first year.
Yeah.
We talking about defensively.
I was about to say I don't care about his offense at all. And now so now you're gonna get quickly as your starting point guard because he's the only one like LP last year that could keep his man in front of him, play after play after play. And now you're gonna sit out there and say, well, we need offensive point guard. No, the first thing you need from your point guard is to not be a turnstile and get everybody else in defensive trouble or get everybody else helping and rotating. Because the first play right off the ball is, hey, I'm the point guard. I'm going to take the ball and just beat the man in front of me. And after that, everything's going to change. Quickly has to start, Rob, and you know it. That's why you're shaking your head, my brother. Love you. Good to see you.
One of the reasons why I thought the LA Clippers was going to win it all last year before Kawhi got hurt, because they was the only team that could put 5 players on the team at the same time and they all can recover. If Quickly was with the Clippers,
oh my goodness,
he'd be on that floor.
Yeah.
But being he's with us, you got to get weight to put in.
Hey, and I heard somebody say something too, and I think it is poignant. Emmanuel quickly started last season very slow shooting the ball, and he started this season shooting the ball kind of slow, and it turned around. I think somebody said it turned around like around game 15 last year, and so they expect quickly to kind of turn it around game 15 this year. Right now we at game 13, and quickly already showing signs of shooting the ball better. You know what I'm saying? Quickly was from at one point last year, we depended on Quickly for his offense. You know what I'm saying? So we made, you know, and I know, you know, it's not a lot of Quickly fans in here, but Quickly's defense is much improved, right? I think it's the reason why McBride ain't playing. If it wasn't for Quickly defense, I think McBride would be getting some run.
Quickly is doing some major things out there on that floor that, you know, a lot of people not paying attention to. Pay attention to that shot clock on that backcourt pressure that he's putting on the offensive team when they start getting into their offensive set. You know what I'm saying? It's a such thing as going on an offensive run, but it's such thing as going on a defensive run. Quickly can help contribute to us making a defensive run, getting multiple stops, getting multiple pressures, getting multiple multiple deflections, all those things, loose balls, dives. He does those type of things, you know what I'm saying, that we don't have. And he's a crowd motivator. The crowd lives off and Quickly. When he gets to Ryan, yeah, we rock with that. We don't have no energized players out there on that starting lineup, man. We missing that by a long shot, man. Long shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's why they're able to cut leads so quick. The energy, the defense, the quickness of the second unit. It's so much different watching that second unit and that first unit. They come with energy. They cut. They move. They do so much. I was telling my cousin, he was my nephew right there next to me. I said, look, they gonna give him the lead and watch Tibbs go right back to the dumb stuff. And that's exactly what he did. And then I said, yo, this thing is over. I said, once Briggs hit that windmill down on the other end off of Kimber's pass,
right?
I was like, yo, man,
it's crazy.
We're gonna sit here and watch the end because I ain't gonna never give up, get up and leave on my team while I'm at the game.
Right.
I go down with the ship. So I said, man, but look, this don't look good. It don't look good. And that's exactly what happened.
I gotta keep it honest. Kemba Walker gonna be the scapegoat. He might get cut from this team.
Look at this here. Hey, if the scapegoat, hey, look, I wouldn't even call him a scapegoat because, look, you've been in this league. You played in this league. Now, you finally got to where you say you wanted to be, but I think nobody else would have you. So we gave you a shot, and you're not doing what we need you to do for this team. It's that simple. We know, he was always a streaky shooter. Now he's a streaky shooter without no type of defense. That's unacceptable.
No,
that's unacceptable.
What's wild is like you were saying, the second unit comes in and game. How many times watch the game? When have you seen the whole put on the second unit just run the rest of the second half?
Well, he did that in that TNT game, right?
Yeah, and then he put him in again in the last game as well. So when you've seen that happen so much, when your starting unit is supposed to be the one that be the trend set everything up, get going. The bench supposed to come in, maintain it, even maybe get you a little extra on it. But when does the bench have to come in for the whole, not a couple of cats, but the whole second unit have to come in and take over for the starting unit? I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Hey, you know what that looks like? The arrogance in practice of the second unit looking at the first unit in practice. The arrogance that I would have if I was on that second unit looking at that first unit like, yo, we gonna sun y'all anyway.
Yeah.
We gonna sun y'all anyway.
it's what's the saying? Iron sharpens iron, right? But it's like the second unit is doing all the stuff, right? It's like they don't doing all the cutting. We got to, like I said, it's got to be some changes. And I want to say what Gi was saying to change that point. That was one of the keys right there. You know, I'm but I didn't expect to see Charlotte. I was get a better version of what we got, but he looked like a revolving door. They going right around him.
Yeah.
And it's called when it
I'm
comes.
gonna slide off, fellas. I'm gonna holler back at y'all.
All right, peace, J. Bull. He looked like
Okay,
a soul
All right,
figure. He
bud.
looked like so figured that he looked like a New York City turnstile.
Yeah, man. I mean, seriously, man. I swear, going around him was like driving on the autobahn. It's wide open. It's just straight. It's crazy. I never seen that. And then so to get around him, now you put Mitch in no man's land. Do I stop this? Let me go back. Oh, now Mitch is in a bad spot, no man's land. You get or they get the easy bucket. Now games you're gonna have some cats gonna go on. They're gonna get hot. It is, but man, this is happening way too many times between he and like I said earlier. I supported it because I'm supporting the team. We gave up defense for offense, but I didn't think it was gonna be this bad, man. Didn't. It's like
hey, but you right though, man. You right. So what happened is Fournier get beat. Mitch step up. He got to either protect the paint or go contest the three at the wing. Right, the front of the rim is open. Randall leave his man to go protect the rim. They kick it out to the corner. Randall like, do I stay here at the rim or go to the corner? Randall think about it. Then he goes sprint to the corner. Right, then dudes at the rim dunking. And then, or if Randall stay, then dudes get a wide open three in the corner. Randall look like Fournier, why you ain't in the corner? People like, yo, Julius Randall got bad body language.
I mean, truth be told, I have bad body language. You keep missing your assignments, man.
When you not able to get your to keep your assignment, and Knicks fans be like, the last person they see on the screen, the last person they see is that person's responsibility. That's not how defense work all the time. I heard dudes saying on a joint like RJ Barrett kept getting killed by Gordon Hayward. Get out of here. Are y'all serious?
That was embarrassing.
That's a good view.
That was
Yeah,
embarrassing
you
for
would get
RJ.
killed
I'm
too if you
talking
had
about
you
embarrassing.
get killed too if you
RJ
had to
got
guard LaMelo
embarrassed in
Ball
North Carolina. You from Duke? You shouldn't have got embarrassed like that.
Right.
Hey, but Rob, you'd get cooked too if you had to guard LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward at the same time. So I mean,
That's
that's the problem. Like I said initially, the problem is the rotation pieces. We're not rotating once we see a need to rotate over. If RJ Barrett has to cover Gordon Hayward after covering LaMelo Ball, where's Fournier in that mix? One of those has to be his assignment.
He
But
don't
look,
even
RJ had
And I'm
2
not saying-
points.
And I'm not,
RJ had 2 points.
I saw John.
regardless the points, I'm saying about
No,
the
that's
defense.
part of the embarrassment that I'm talking about.
Okay,
problem-
but you were speaking of the defense, and that's what I'm
Hey,
addressing.
I
at
said
this point.
RJ. I said RJ. I was going through everything in my head about RJ while I was playing. It wasn't just the defense.
No, I get what you're saying, and I'm not sitting here disagreeing with you about the offense. The offense part of it, again, whether you want to blame shot selection, whether you want to blame the fact that it just wasn't hitting, maybe he was tired, all that could be all of the above, right? What Uncle Freezy said, right, and I'm also again, bringing that to the table too about the embarrassment is if RJ Barrett has to guard 2 guys and sometimes has to go from one end of the court to the other, from one end of the half court to the other end of the half court to guard somebody to make sure that they don't get an easy shot. Where's the rotation for somebody like Fournier or for whoever at that point? I'm not saying you're wrong, or I'm not sitting here negating your point. I'm specifically speaking of the point that was made initially, because I know you had a lot, again, I know you can dissect it and break down all the things that RJ was doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? But specifically to that one point, again, I have to ask the question, what does RJ do when I have to guard LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward? You know what I'm saying?
On the same
This is what you do.
And I'm looking at the fact that with that in mind, The question that I ask is, well, where was Fournier in the mix of that?
I
Because
would say
one of those
this.
were his assignment.
This would be my answer to this here. Whatever the game plan is, and I'm sure the game plan wasn't for RJ to cover two people, you stick to what the game plan is and you let Tibbs worry about the rest. That's what you do. You stick to what the game plan is. You let Tibbs worry about the rest.
All right. Well, that's again, he's gonna get crucified and lose his job behind it because I'm telling
Okay,
you,
then.
that's one of the
Let
biggest problems.
let Tibbs worry about the rest, because then that would my thing coming out of that game was this here. The Knicks can go ahead and lose 3 more games, and I would say okay, because if that 3 more losses is going to force Tibbs to do something, I'll sacrifice the 3 losses.
Well, he already did something. They started yesterday. So word out of Knicks practice yesterday is that the Knicks have tinkered with the offense so that they can get more back action. And it's the same thing me and G-Man was talking about. G-Man, remember how I was saying the Knicks run the pick and roll with Kemba? Mitch come up top and set the screen. Kemba come around the screen, right? He can't drive past his man. Mitch can't shoot the 3. So that little area that they stuck in, one person can defend 2 people. Now you got 4 guys defending 3 guys back here. You know what I'm saying? And so now every shot that we take is a contested shot. And then the open looks we get, dudes is not knocking down open shots. Me and Uncle Fulvio talked about that too. We just missing a whole bunch of shots. I think it's a confidence. They lack confidence in Tibbs' offense. This offense that Tibbs running is they not feeling it. Right, Rob? So here, this is what I'm saying. We was at the game. Mitch came from the box to the top of the key, set the screen, right? LaMelo saw Mitch, backed up from Mitch and put his hand on Mitch, right? Because he knew Kemba Walker couldn't go by him. So he held Mitch there, and he kept a hand in Kemba Walker's face. So Kemba didn't have a shot. He tried to throw a pass around the perimeter, but now you got 4 other dudes guarding 3 offensive players because there's no action going on behind LaMelo because everybody is spotted up.
Okay, Freezy, quick question. The same offense the second unit is running. Why they not having a problem?
Because Quickly can go by his man and Taj Gibson has the threat of a jumper.
Okay, and that is the question. Why are you tinkering with the offense and not the players?
Yo, shout out to the panel. Shout out to all the OGs.
What's good?
But what up, man? Shout out to all the OGs.
You understand what I'm saying, though, about the offense, right?
Yeah, so whatever coming out of Knicks camp to me right now is BS unless you ain't moving the player.
Nah, what they doing is this. They're gonna have RJ set a screen for Randall to come up top and get to his sweet spot. And at the same time, it creates the RJ Barrett cutting to the basket motion naturally. Now you got 4 people doing what they naturally like to do. Randall coming from the rim, coming up top to his sweet spot right off the wing. Just in case, he'll be the 3rd option in that offense. The first option is Kemba coming around, trying to drive to the basket or shoot the 3, right? Look for the lob to Mitch, right? If it's not, they kick it to Randall. Randall in his sweet spot. If they double team Randall, you got Fournier in one corner and RJ Barrett at the rim headed to the other corner. So now you have actions where the defense actually has to move their feet. You know what I'm saying? It's like you remember how defenses used to play prevent defense? That's basically what they're doing against us because nobody was moving. So why would the defense move if the offense ain't moving?
But look, that's the point, Freezy. They ain't gonna still move. They gonna get up there and they gonna be up there with the Tweety birds in the head like the cartoons, looking crazy.
Right.
They still not gonna move because if they was gonna move, this ain't the first time Tibbs told them boys to move. If that's the case, I think that Walker's body will not let him move the way he want to.
Right. I agree.
So therefore, no matter what you tell him, that's like telling a man with 2 crutches that you can make it across the street because the light is getting ready to turn. The light is getting ready to turn.
Right. Yeah. He ain't gonna make it.
He ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it. I know.
He ain't gonna make it. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to.
And Mitch hurt.
Yeah, Mitch is hurt. Mitch was out there laboring.
Right.
Mitch was laboring.
So the lob threat ain't even there. Notice, remember when I said Mitch is the second option on the lob threat?
Yep.
They not even respecting that because Mitch can't jump.
Yeah, Mitch is laboring out there. You could tell Mitch wasn't moving like Mitch.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You can tell Mitch was laboring.
The Knicks offense got all these things going wrong, man. They got all these things going wrong. And Knicks fans are telling me that all you got to do is do such and such. No, Mitch ain't healthy. Kemba ain't going by nobody. And when Julius, if you tell Julius he's the third option, by the time he get it, you think he gonna pass to RJ? No. When you tell Julius Randle he the third option, man, get out of here.
It's one thing what AI said back in the day. He said that they said that I get the ball. He said, look, when I first give him the ball, he said, I get the ball up. He said they give me the ball with 8 seconds to do then. What you expect me to do with it?
Right.
Randall can be the first, but look, Randall needs to just score and rebound. Let somebody else take some of the pressure off of he's out there thinking too much.
Right.
Make it easy for him.
Right.
Just make it easy for him. Say, look, we got these people that we signed that's supposed to be able to at least get the ball around. Because the quintessential point guard out there no more. It's in the league. It's not really out there. The only thing that you can really look at is you can look at a John Morant, but how many people got a John Morant? It's point guard by committee now in the NBA. Yeah. Unless you got Rondo, who's in his 15, 16 season.
Right.
But when you look around the league, you don't see that guard that we're looking for as a Knick. So you got to make a guard that fits your team. And I think Quickly fits this team in a point guard position. Whether he's a point guard or not, that's up in the air. I don't really care, but he does the things on the floor enough for me that I need somebody to do at that position.
Hey, and Rob, and you know what else too, to go to your point, the other thing too, is people say that RJ Barrett's shot is off, but when you the fourth option and you get the shot and you get the ball with 4 seconds left on the shot clock, how can you get into your move when you got 4 seconds left?
You know what I think I help RJ? He needs to take a page out of Obi's book. Keep on moving. It keeps you warm. So when you do get that ball, at least you warm. You got a nice sweat going. But when you're just standing in the corner waiting, your whole body temperature changes. Stay active on the court until you get the ball. And then when you put up your shot, at least you got a rhythm going.
Wow. Right.
Hey, salute to y'all. I'm about to jump off real quick, handle some business. But, you know what I'm saying, hope everybody, stay safe out there. As always, great conversation. Love having this conversation with the bros and everything. And y'all be good.
No doubt, baby.
Yeah, man. G.I., everything all right? G-Man, what's good?
What's good, my brothers? How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. What's up, G for life?
Hey, you good, brother? Hey, I know you out there in Phoenix doing your thing, right? I wish you well out there on the greens. You know what I'm saying?
I'm having a great week, hitting some good shots, man. Today I'm about to play really well. I'm trying to get myself back in and win a couple dollars today.
No doubt. Hey, it's good to see y'all brothers. You know what I'm saying? I've been away for a minute, but guess what? I'm back. Look.
Yo, where my homie Free Keith been? You been speaking to Free Keith, Free?
I had
Leon Rose is on the clock. That's why Free Keith ducking us.
But look,
keep ducking us because Leon Rose done messed up.
I'm gonna go with my man Cam when he was on TV yesterday when he scored his first touchdown. Being back, what did he say? I'm back. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. Let's get with it. Let's get with it for sure. But I've been listening to the conversation this morning, right? And I would tell you this right now. I try not to be an extremist when it comes to the Knicks. But Rob the Knick, let me ask you this.
I told my cohort, my co-host, Cornerstone, I said, if you really want to upset the apple cart, let's do this. Let's start the bench and then bring the starters in a rotational aspect. What are your thoughts?
You know what? In theory, that sounds good. But this is the NBA with unions and all of that stuff.
Yeah. All that stuff matters. You 100% absolutely correct. I would not despair what you just said because all that matters, right? But
yeah, but you look from what you said. Hey, if this was a perfect world and you could do what you want, I would have been done it.
look,
But the bench is playing like they should be the starters in the first place.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So if you look at so take a look at this, right? Take a look at the rotation that Tibbs has implemented in the last 5 games. The game that we played where he made a conscious decision to say, I'm going to play the second squad the entire fourth quarter. Now, where that went awry is these guys have spent so much energy in the fourth quarter to say, well, after we bring you back from a 23-point deficit to being down 2 points, I got nothing left.
Tied it. They tied it.
Tied it. So they have nothing left at this point. So from a head coach standpoint, you need to be able to be smart enough to say, okay, well, let me sub this guy in, sub this guy in, or sub that guy in to get us over the hump. We didn't do that. So after those guys met that ceiling, then everything just fell off. And then the other team just said, okay, well, because they subbing the whole time. Now, it peaked the game. So after the Knicks rallied back to tie the game, the opposing team is subbing the whole time. So you got people with fresher legs on the court being able to make offensive plays. You know what I'm saying? So from a head coaching standpoint, you got to be able to visualize that. I understand the paralysis of saying that these guys brought us back. I want to keep them on the court. But at the same time, you got to be able to have people out there that are able to execute the plays that are laid out at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, and when he did that, see, because you got to tell both of what you just said has been shown in the game. On the TNT game, he let them rock out all the way to they lost energy. But in the Charlotte game, he cut the time in half. Instead of they came in at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, he saved it down to the 125. They played it all the way down to like 3 minutes. And then you're going to put back Kimball and Randall in the when now what you really did was you had the time perfectly. If those second unit had to run 1 quarter and win the game, they could have did that. And that's what they was. Obi just got the dunk, the windmill. To put him up by 2 and he was doing things on the floor. Not other than that, it's what he was doing on the floor. That look, the way he was moving, the cuts he was making, the back door. Obi could have had really in that fourth quarter, he could have easily had 15 points because he was open a lot. They didn't even give him the ball.
Hey,
but make a long story short, he went with Randall and he brought back in Taj Gibson and Kimba.
No, he brought back Randall and RJ. Remember, he took out Taj and brought in RJ.
Yeah, brought in RJ.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about when they took out Kobe.
Oh,
I mean when they took out Obi. When they took out Obi, excuse me.
That's what I'm talking about. They took out
he put in Taj then.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And then Obi went off and cussed him out. And then 30 seconds later, he took out Obi and put in RJ. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the same stretch. Because you took before that, what happened is when Quickly hit that 3, Obi had ran down a rebound. Remember, they took Burks took a 3 and missed. It was a long rebound. Obi ran it down and tapped it back out to Quickly, and Quickly hit the 3 right there.
3.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, and then those 3 had started getting that energy up, and then Tibbs subbed out Obi and brought in Taj. and messed everything up.
And then and then you got the pass when because it was Kimber who threw the ball that Bridges tipped off, that ball tipped off the Bridges for the dunk.
For the dunk, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting right there behind him. I seen him. I was right there in the cut. I said, man, Kimber, you're gonna do that.
So let me ask this question to the panel, right? So we all saw how the Charlotte game went, and some of us was in the building to see things that us normal people, us credence that are forced to watch the game on TV, regardless of whether you're watching the Knicks broadcast or you're watching the Charlotte broadcast. So when you see an Obi Toppin go down and get the windmill, and then you see Bridges come down on the other end and do the same thing. So where in the Knicks verse does that play rate?
G-Man, he shouldn't. So first of all, Kimba shouldn't have been in there because Kimba is not a good finisher this season. Yes. You remember Kimba gave away the Knicks. You remember Kimba gave away the Celtics game. Remember all them turnovers at the end of the Celtics game?
Yeah, at the end of he tried to give it away.
Yeah, he tried to give it away. Right, he tried to give that game away too. Kimba, what game? Fournier, what game? The Bulls game. Fournier dribbled into a trap and gave DeRozan a dunk. Remember?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And to get the lead from, I think the lead went from 6 to 4 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so these dudes that we paying all this money to be something, these dudes ain't doing nothing.
So Freezy, let me ask you this, and I'm sure you probably covered this over the pod this morning, right? So what's the fix? That's why I'm at right now. Is I want to know where do we go to fix this debacle that we have?
Bench Kimba, put quickly in the starting lineup, and you can even bring in Grimes on the second unit. But since he's a veteran, you can stick him over there in the second unit for a minute.
So here's the fix. Here's my fix. Okay. Fire Leon Rose, hire Danny Ainge.
Okay, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we doing
man,
it.
You crazy.
Right now, you talking crazy. You bugging.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
not. You trolling, right?
But no, why y'all so hard? But why is it so hard? No, I hear Freezy's point.
Freezy trolling.
G-Man, let me ask you this.
Okay.
When's the last time Leon Rose drafted a Jaylen Brown or a Jason Tatum?
Never.
Obi gonna be better than both of them.
Or was able to bring in.
Now that is a troll.
He's gonna be better than both of them. Watch.
Was able to bring in Kimball Walker. Was able to bring in Al Horford.
Okay.
Was able to bring in Gordon Hayward. Man, Danny Ainge has been able to do whatever he's wanted to do. So I'm just wondering why it's a hard no. That's all I'm asking.
Danny Ainge drafted Paul Pierce.
I tell you, just like this is why it's a hard no to me, because I feel as though the trajectory of what Leon Rose is doing for the Knicks is still going in the right direction, even though they're struggling right now.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
That's a fair response. So you telling me just chill and wait? I have no problem chilling and waiting, because if we lose a lot of games this season, then those ping pong balls might drop for Amani Bates. I want to enter in the draft if that's what we want to do.
So I will answer that question with this response right here, right? So again, I always go back to, I won't say always, because again, always is one of those things that you should not say because that's a definite. I would say that in the Knicks verse, what we have seen over the course of our past is people making a whole bunch of bad decisions, and then trying to equate those bad decisions to specific things that has happened during the season. So I don't want to get into that. What I want to get into is, remember, as a franchise, what we asked for at the end of the season. When we were outed in the first round of the playoffs, we asked it. What was the ask? The ask was, I need offensive players to come in and be proficient in what we're doing. Right. That was the ask. And what we
By
got.
who? By who?
Well, it was asked by the fan base, and then I'm guessing the franchise sat back and said, okay, well, based upon what the I guess the what the evaluation of the past season was, we said that okay, we've seen that we are good defensively, but we suck on the offensive standpoint from the offensive standpoint of basketball, right? So you go out and you get, and nobody saw this coming. If anybody says they saw us going out and getting a Kemba Walker and an Evan Fournier, I will tell you a lie to your face. I'm gonna tell you right now because nobody saw that coming.
No, you can see Fournier. You couldn't see Kemba.
Yeah,
you could have seen Fournier.
Yeah, I can see Fournier.
But you couldn't see Kemba.
Yeah.
Ooh, Fournier, everybody knew could shoot, was a free agent coming out of Boston. You knew he was going to be out there. Right. Kemba came out of nowhere.
Okay. And G-Man, how you going to sit there and say that when on draft night, when we didn't draft Sharif Cooper, you was about to blow a top?
I was. And still did.
And Leon Rose passed on Sharif Cooper 3 times.
He did.
And you don't hear his name right now in the NBA. He ain't up there. They talking about rookie of the year, nothing like that.
No. But that wasn't the point, Rob. The point was the Knicks needed a point guard, right?
Yeah, we did.
And G-Man said, "Hey, we got 3 shots to get him, and they better get him."
But the dude 5'9"
at 5'8.5".
Yeah,
that wasn't gonna work.
But they.
I'm more happy with McBride than I would have been of Sharif Cooper.
But you could have got both.
They both would have been on the bench though with Tibbs.
Yep.
I'm good. I'm good with the draft picks that we have right now, but that does not equate to what we're talking about.
G-Man, come on, bro.
Listen.
Come on, keep it real, bro. Come on, G-Man.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yo, for freeze.
Yo.
When we talk about what is best for this organization, right? What is best for the organization right now? Where are we right now? We're
Play
not
the rookies.
The people that we drafted, they're not playing. So they're not even an issue right now.
You said what's best for the organization. Play the rookies.
Yep. I agree with that.
Yeah, play the rookies. Don't go out there and trade and go make a trade. Play what you drafted. Have trust in what you drafted. Play the rookies. We seen what McBride did in the summer league. Let's see how that transitions. Let's see how that transitions to the NBA.
Okay, so who's
we seen what he did to the #1 draft pick too in college. Let's don't forget about that.
Yeah,
like he locked up paid.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so what I'm not a fan of, right? I'm not a fan of speaking in hyperboles, right? We know who's on the squad right now. So right now, based on the way the squad is constructed, I want you to give me the starting 5 that will make this organization better today. Give it to me.
G-Man.
Take him out the starting line. I mean, out the lineup. Put quickly in there. That would jumpstart that. If you really want to make it good, you take Kemba out the rotation, save him to the second half of the season because he's already a vet, and grow everybody else.
Right.
So
but G-Man, what you say? But G-Man, so we gotta be transparent with the audience, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta be real. We gotta be real with the audience, bro. Because what happened is I know we can't look at the past, you know what I'm saying, and revise history. Mm-hmm. But in real time, you wanted Sharif Cooper.
Yes.
And we did mock drafts, and you pounded the table for Sharif Cooper because you felt like he was a fix. And I wanted Trey Mann and Trey Murphy.
Right.
Kai Jones.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Leon Rose didn't get any of those guys. Leon Rose got dudes that were second round picks at best. We didn't. Quentin Grimes wasn't even on our radar, right?
Right.
Maybe he saw something that we didn't see, right? We saw high upside guys that with talent, time, the right organization could be very good starting NBA players, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we saw. When we looked at Grimes, we didn't see that. We saw role player. I was thinking Damian Dotson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Motion detected.
What I'm getting at is if it's not fair to me and to the argument to say it's not Leon Rose's fault. Let's talk about Tibbs and his rotations.
I've never said that.
No, you said no, but you said let's talk about the starting five. That don't have nothing to do with Leon Rose. That's a Tom Thibodeau thing.
So, okay, again.
But all I want to do is clarify. Are you saying that Leon Rose has no fault, no dirty hands in this all Tibbs?
No.
Or are you saying that Leon Rose can't do anything right now and it's all Tibbs?
So what I'm saying right now is based on the way that this roster is currently constructed, regardless of how they got here, who we have on our roster right now is what we have to deal with. I can't go back and revisionist history and tell you that we should have drafted X, Y, and Z. I can't tell you in revisionist history we should have got free agents X, Y, and Z. That's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you right now is we need to figure out with the people that are on this roster today, how can we influence or construct a roster to where these guys are being productive on a reliable basis? Because right now, what we get from game to game is suspect.
What do you mean construct a roster? I'm lost.
So when I talked about starting the bench, right? Start the bench, and then rotate the starters.
Oh, so you mean redo the rotations, not construct the roster.
Yeah.
You're not talking about construct the roster. You're talking about redo the rotations.
I like that clarification. You're 100% correct. Okay. Because I'm not looking at other people coming into the organization. I'm looking at what we have on our roster right now, and then have the coaching staff being able to figure out how to make that better than what we have going on right now. Because right now what we got ain't working. When I look at a Kemba Walker and an Evan Fournier with identical stats, 2 points for both of them, 1 rebound, and maybe 1 assist. Really? Where is that okay in the NBA? Somebody help me out. Help me to figure this out right now, because that's the backcourt. That's the backcourt that we went out and bought. We didn't draft them. They were free agents. We went out and paid these guys to come in and do a job. So understanding when you come in, you may have some faults. Your faults may be you're not a defensive player. I got it. But your offense is going to be able to counteract, the defensive lack of effort that you have. But when you come in and you give me 2 points a game, man, miss me with that. Miss me with that. So at that point, where do we say we need to do something different?
This is what you do. This is the whole point. First, look, when you break down something like, just for instance, I'm not picking on Kemba, but this is when Kemba plays. Look, check this out. When Kemba plays, you know why the assist rate go down? This is why the assist rate go down with Kemba. Because when Kemba dribbles the ball up court, if he's open, what he's going to do?
Shoot. No
assist, right?
Yeah, right.
How many times a game he does that? At least 5.
Yeah.
So what are the 5 to 6 times? Now, we wasn't getting that last year. You get somebody coming on, they spreading the ball around. But while he's shooting like that, everybody else is sitting around. Momentum, things like that.
Listen,
you pass the ball around.
As an LP fan, let me say this. LP wasn't getting it done either. At least he wasn't taking shots away from other players.
Exactly. So that's it. And see, that's part of basketball. That right there for people to get touches. It looks good when the 3 come in. Yeah, you might drop 17 in the quarter, but down the stretch as a point guard, what would you able to do?
Listen,
nothing.
If he was dropping 17 a quarter, we would be having this argument.
No, I said 17 a quarter looks good. That's what he did in the first half of the Charlotte game.
Okay.
But after that, he's not going to hit like that. Look, you said to fix it, right, G? Kemba has to be removed from the starting lineup.
I agree. With that, I agree with. Because I'm telling you.
I said when you first asked the question to put quickly in there.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm with that.
I said that first of all, Kimba does not need to be in the starting lineup.
I agree 100% because before the Charlotte game, name me a game that Kemba Walker averaged or produced his average. I'll wait.
He doesn't do the assist thing. He can't get by nobody.
Not even assists. I'm not talking about assists. Name me a game prior to the Charlotte game that Kemba Walker averaged his scoring average. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, he had 20. He had 20 in the game.
When?
He had 20 in the game. I think it was what? He did have 20. He had a little streak though with us with that. He was 19 to 20. What about matter of fact, about 3 or 4, about 2 or 3 games he had that before then. Yeah, he had about 2. He just had like about 19, 20. He did that twice this year before Friday night.
He sure did.
So after in 13 games, you're telling me 2 games he averaged what, 15 points a game?
He's averaging right now what, 13?
Okay, I give you 13. I give you that.
Okay, but yeah, I'm saying I think he averaged about 13 right now. But like he's an inconsistent shooter. He always was. For his career, I think he's about a 43% shooter, 37, 36 before for 3. So you getting those inconsistencies with Kimba, which I noticed, which I knew coming in. Kimba hit big shots in Connecticut. He hit big shots to beat us in Charlotte a couple times, but more times than none, we beat them. So yes, and he made an all-star team 1 year out of 11. Okay, so he's made an all-star team. He'll never make another one in his life. We can all say that.
Hey, Rob, and what Rob and Nick was saying is Kemba had 19 against the Sixers. He had 21 against the Bulls. He had 19 against the Pelicans. He had 15 against the Raptors. And then after that, he had 4 against the Pacers, 5 against the Bucks, 8 against Philly, 2 against Milwaukee again. And then he broke out for 26 against Charlotte.
See?
That's what he's saying.
So he did it a couple of times, but is it helping us in victories? No, because he's a revolving door on defense.
On defense, yeah.
Because everybody now look, he scored 26. Rozier had about 24. So they just canceled each other out Friday night.
Yep.
That's crazy. Can I ask a question?
You have to get him off the floor. If you get like Steph Curry, for instance, the reason why he can stay on the floor because Klay Thompson and Wiggins are good defenders. You can't have your whole backcourt.
And Draymond.
You can't have your whole backcourt out there where nobody can defend. Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas. Joe Dumars can defend. Both of them out there, so then they both look bad. But the weak link is Kemba because of his health. So you remove that aspect out the game. And then you concentrate on what Evan Fournier is doing. Since he's making the most money, he's going to stay. But Kemba has to go.
So you're telling me right now, hold on, before I get to that, Freezy, go ahead and hit that $5 super platter chatter. Because I want to give Paris Tucker his just due. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Paris Tucker, thank you for the super chatter platter. Thank you for your great generosity. Mitch hurt, Fournier and RJ too slow to play together. Kimba's done. This isn't a mystery until Tibbs wakes up. Forget it. We are wasting our time. That's what Paris Douglas said.
Look at here.
Detected at the front door.
I would say this, right? I would say that if anyone, the first person to leave this roster right now that we have currently constructed would be Fournier. If Fournier is not the first person that's gone, I'm gonna need to talk to somebody. We're gonna have to have a conversation.
You bugging?
How you gonna say that? And this man got 2 knees that don't work. Kimba, he can't move.
Nah,
but you're taking Fournier first. What's in that cup? It's too early in the morning for this.
Water.
You sure?
So you explain to me explain to me, based on performance that you've seen on the court, to where you're telling me that you would get rid of a Kemba before you get rid of a Fournier.
Yes.
Because Kemba
No,
can't
look,
stop
it's
nobody.
no question. No, it's not even a question. Look, the guy cannot look. G-Man, what you fail to realize is the man is not covering anything.
Right. And
He's got two arthritic knees.
I
and
agree.
he can't go
Okay,
by
and you want to
nobody.
keep him on the floor?
And he can't, G-Man, in the pick and roll, he can't go by nobody. He get the pick so he can shoot.
So
And defenders know that.
So tell me where Fournier's upside is better than Kemba's.
Why we keep talking about Fournier? We talking about Kemba.
Like I said, look, I thought you understood what I was saying, G-Man. I said this, look. One of the two has to be able to play defense. Okay, so that's why you remove Kemba, because he's never going to be able to play defense. You can put a defensive player with Fournier, and you'll see a different look.
Right.
Kemba won't be that person.
Kimba's done. Kimba's going to get cut.
I gotta agree with what's being said. You know, if I was to have to pick one of the two, I'm looking at Kemba to be the one I'd be moving over Fournier.
Kemba walking the plank, bro. Kemba is walking the plank.
Yeah, we got the big knife in his back. We pushing him out there.
Yeah.
Kimba walking down 34th Street like this.
Yeah.
But you know what the crazy adjustment?
There's no reason for Kemba to come. This is a homecoming. This ain't no homecoming. We're going to run his ass out of here as quick as he showed up. We don't show no love. We ain't talking about he's been playing everywhere else, but this is some homecoming. But we always get players on the back now. But we always get somebody on the first team, man. We always get dudes on the 15th roll. That's too late.
Right. And G-Man, so here's the other thing too. Bro, you ain't tired of this narrative where the Knicks go out and get a washed-up all-star point guard, hoping he can take us to the promised land. This ain't old to y'all. Soulfinger, this ain't old to you. Y'all want to go back and get Maurice Cheeks? Y'all remember Mo Cheeks?
How much?
Y'all remember Derek Harper?
Derek Harper, yeah.
Oh, come on, bro.
Derek was good though.
When he got back in shape, when he got back in shape, he was good.
Nah, Derek Harper was my guy.
Yeah, but still, man, why we need 32, 33-year-old point guards, man, past their prime, bro? Come on.
Hey, G-Man, look, this is a New York anthem right here. Look, we show no love for a no-go thug. That's what Kemba is. He's a no-go. He can't go nowhere no more.
Listen, I will not disagree with the point that Kemba Walker is a problem. But what I'm telling you, we are paying. How much are we paying Evan Fournier right now? What's his contract?
18.
We're paying him what?
What we're getting about 15, 18, something like that?
A year?
I think 17 years, 17.
Yeah, somewhere there.
That's talking about Fournier or Walker?
Fournier
getting 18, yeah.
A year.
On average. It's 17 this year, but it'll be 19 when he finishes.
So are you telling me right now that Fournier is worth the money that we're paying him?
Hey, look at here. We 13 games in. That's not even the problem or the point. The point is Kemba can't guard nobody.
No.
And until we fix that, we don't know what Fournier gonna be worth.
So tell me who Fournier guards. Tell me the defensive player.
Fournier can guard on the ball, but if you now look, if you put Kemba in a pick and roll, look, when you're defending on the string, you got to look at certain things. If Kemba man is constantly getting by him, and I got a man to guard, how am I guard both of them? So we both gonna look bad, but you got two bad knees.
I'm gonna tell you who guards his man. RJ guards his man. RJ
gets the same problem because now he got to guard his man and the other guy.
No,
because of Kemba.
RJ has to guard Kemba's man, Fournier's man, and his man.
No, he don't. No, he don't. Because look, once that rotation happens, look, it's like this here. It's the initial point of contact. The initial point of contact is going to always be they going by Kimba. So if they get by Kimba, he automatically falls in Fournier's lap. And then it just rotates down.
Yeah.
But Kimba is the number one.
I will not disagree with the fact that Kemba Walker is a weak link. I will not disagree with that fact. That's actually
We playing 5-on-4 with Kimba on the court. You just got to understand that. And until that changes, nothing else matters.
So you saying bring quickly in and sit Kimba.
Sit Kimba. I'm talking about me personally. You can put him out the rotation and save him until after the All-Star break to see if he can just survive that. I don't need to see Kimba no more for about 30 games. That's personally me. That's me. That's me. I don't have to see Kimba anymore.
Hey, and it's funny how that worked too, bro. Because in a roundabout way, it'd be a better way to get. And I know people in the chat are gonna go crazy, but I think if you start shaving off these veterans' minutes and start giving those minutes to the young players, you might see more Obi, McBride, and Grimes.
True.
Man, I say pick McBride in the starting lineup.
Even if it's McBride, look, even if we all agree it shouldn't be Kimba.
Word. We know McBride defense is better. We know that by a handful.
Hey, look, like I said, just like this here, if you just got to go down to your next man up would be quickly.
But I don't want to mess with that second unit at all. Lead them and attack how they is. They hungry. Let them be. Let's bring up McBride to the starting lineup and keep the second unit as it is. Like you said, we don't need to see Kimba no more until later.
Right. Yeah, but it's good to show the team that working in the second unit that you can always graduate. There's growth there for you to graduate to the first unit because you proved yourself.
But our second unit is like our first unit, basically.
I know, but you're not gonna always be. I'd rather look, at the end of the day, with the age, I like the age, the firepower of the second unit. I understand exactly what you're talking about. You know that unit, that's an awesome unit. But it still comes down to you got to have a first unit.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah. No matter what, you have to have a first unit. You just can't be playing from behind all the time and expect the second unit to save you. So if you have to move them up, and then you just replace a part in the second unit, because I think Grimes can work because he a shooter and he plays D. He's giving you same thing Quickly is giving you. He can shoot and play D. So then you just work it like that. But Kimba is he got to be out of here. That's an experiment. We owe him less than what? We gonna owe him less than 18 now. You know what I'm saying? You can find somebody after Christmas that can take him, that think they're gonna make a championship run, and then they take him. You let him go because it's not working.
No.
Kimba's not working.
I definitely agree with that.
I would try.
That's not.
Oh, my bad. I would trade him for that boy from Minnesota. What's my man name?
Carl Anthony Towns?
No, the shooting guard, the small one.
What's his name?
The one that G-Man like.
D'Angelo Russell?
No, the other one.
What, Culver?
No, the other one.
He's a point guard?
Beasley?
Not Brunson, right?
Beasley, yeah.
Beasley, yeah.
Oh, but Beasley just signed what he make? What, he signed a 40-year deal, right?
No, he signed a 40 years, bro.
I mean, 40 mil.
40 years? What he did? Rob a bank?
I mean, no, 40 mil. I meant.
Going up, the summer's coming down. 5.
Yeah,
Give them Walker and give them Kevin Knox.
I'm trying to get Brunson from Dallas.
He's good too.
I like him too.
He's nice.
Yeah, he's gonna play. He's gonna play defense.
That's not the Brunson used to be on the Knicks back in the days, right?
No,
that's his son.
That's the son. Yes.
Yeah, man. I would do Fournier for Malik Beasley straight up because I think they make about the same money.
Let's do it. I'll take him to the airport.
Yeah, he coming off their bench too.
Yeah, yeah.
That might be, but we got to wait till Christmas before we even explore that. But like, I'm thinking that then if you get the quickly thing working and then Fournier don't straighten up, now you can look at Grimes to be put in Fournier's place.
Right. Right.
You can look at it's physical, it's things that we can look at on this team before we have to jump to free agency. And that's what Leon Rose did. He gave you options on the team where you didn't have to look around the league.
Right.
And that's important.
Right.
We don't have to look around the league. We can say, okay, well, let's move him up.
Yeah,
let's see what he do.
We do.
That's why they put these players in play. These are not trading pieces no more. These are pieces to take other people's jobs.
Yeah.
If you're not doing yours, if you ain't doing your job, we got somebody on the team. Because sometimes when you look at your team, if you're a starter, you be like, oh yeah, they can't get it done. But now the starters are looking at the second unit like, damn, they might be coming for me soon.
That's crazy. But you think he's ready for the pressure though?
There's a lot of stuff in house that we should be looking at. And see a lot of people in the chat, a lot of cats in the chat saying, put in the young guys. I mean, the young guys need to get some time. We really don't need to. I mean, before we really start accelerating the trade machine and all like that. Look at what we got in house.
Exactly.
And go, but we got to make adjustments. And it's not I'm not gonna say the second unit. It's the problem. The problem lies on the first unit. And like I said, I've been one big praiser of Leon. I'm not gonna say he's been perfect at all. I criticize him because the draft, like I said, I don't want to go back in time. We rehash the draft and rip off old scabs, but we missed out on some stuff in the draft in a sense. Try to go in, certain young wings that we could have gone for. Freezy and I had a nice conversation about what could have done if we would have made the package deal I really tried to force. However, on the flip side, teams got to want to take your trade, and it could be politics on that. I don't know. I'm not even going down, open up that can of worms. But bottom line, there got to be some changes to the starting lineup because we can't keep doing this, man. We got to find an identity. That's another thing. You got to get focused. And we got to get focused. And it's defense, man. Our defense is horrible. We had a team that couldn't score, but we were winning because we had defense. Now we got scores. You can't win. It's hit or miss. You going from number one to the last defense in one season. That's wild, bro.
What changes would you make to the roster, to the starting lineup?
I've been one of those. I've been big with Kemba. I was happy to get stay with Kemba, but maybe we have to move him around. I mean, I know Tibbs see the problem. I know he sees the problem, and like I said, I'm still sticking to the 20 games. We were 13 games in, so 7 more we'll see. As a report came out, they're making changes, but I was certainly maybe looking at Kemba because he scored 24 in the last game, something like that. 24, 26. I can't remember the
number. That was mostly in the first half, though. Second half, it was flat.
First half, majority of the first and part of the second. Then after that, he disappeared, man.
He went flat.
Yeah, legs, man. Legs are done. You can tell, like I said, anytime, if you shoot the ball, if you don't have legs, you're not going to make the shot. They're coming up short. He had one leg. Hey, Rob, you were at the game, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Me and Freezy and us, yeah.
Yeah,
and Uncle Fulio.
Yeah, when Kemba got loose and he went to the rack, and I think it was like in the third quarter, he tried to make a layup, but he couldn't get the ball up, and nobody was around, and he caught it off the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Those legs.
It was and he's dancing with the ball now, and all defenders are doing in that second quarter after they know he done expended his energy, they just back up off of him, and then he just go through the legs around the back, and then just holding the ball, and then dump it down to Randall. They double team on Randall. Turnover because it's too much pressure. They coming at Randall all over the place.
Yeah.
But they just running a base set. They ain't even running the offense. They running one set. And if that set don't work, it's over. It's over. That's how they lost the lead and everything. They lost 11. They lost like a 9-point lead in like less than a minute and a half.
Because other coaches is adjusting. Coaches is adjusting, and Tibbs is not adjusting. He's
There
not
you go,
adjusting at all.
Beans. There you go, Beans. That's what I've been trying to say. And that's why when Freezy put that poll up, I said Tibbs is the issue. Because you know what?
Yeah,
I'm looking at this Nick team and I've seen how we played in the preseason and how we started off the season. This is the same team. These guys can play ball. They just losing their way. They got it's almost like they got a little too much freedom out there on the court and they're not following certain protocols because guys are deferring to guys when instead they should just be playing their game. Guys is looking around. They got guys that are wide open. People ain't passing the ball. They ain't dribbling with their head up. They focused on one side of the court when they should be looking at the whole court. There's a lot of issues on the offensive side and the defensive side. I mean, it's all about effort to me because certain guys, we already know Fournier is not a good defender. He's decent, but he's not a good defender. Kemba is a sieve. He's a matador. He's a turnstile. It's horrible with him. So
Bucket with
if
a
you
hole in it.
already know you're dealing with that, then at least get like Kimba is small, but Kimba gets rebounds here and there. Your effort is to go out there and box a guy out, keep the guards off the boards. The guards are killing us on the boards. Like this
Yes.
stuff can't happen.
We giving up 16 rebounds to guards, man. This is I haven't seen this like consecutive like I've been seeing. I mean, this is wild,
Yeah,
man.
you got to take into consideration Kimba 5'11"
Yeah,
with bad knees, so he's not getting up.
his game is
And
predicated on
everybody,
speed.
you can pretty much go over him without even fouling.
Yeah, the thing
And
about
then
it,
if you asking him to box somebody out, you know how much more pressure that is on his knees.
Well,
It's him all around the board.
that's actually a really
He
good
has to
point,
come
bro.
out that lineup.
That's a really good point. The boxing out, the pressure it could take on his knees. I wasn't thinking about that. That makes Kim look even worse.
well, the
Even
thing
worse.
about this, I don't care how much weight you lose. If you got an arthritic knee, you hardly have to come. And I don't know if he has how much cartilage he got left in there. Even if you got like a sliver left, it's still bone on bone. Because remember, cartilage is the cushion, so that's bone on bone. I don't care what you say throughout the day. You getting up in the morning. For those that don't, if you got arthritis and you're not constantly moving that joker, you sitting on the side, it gets stiff. You got to constantly warm that joker up, any joint. So again, if your game is basically predicated on speed, and you got a bad wheel, man, that's your game. You got to change up your whole game. But can he change up his whole game this fast? I think, and a lot of it is again, we looking for that point guard. We don't, and like I said, I don't want to see Derrick Rose in the starting lineup again because that kills the rotation, the rhythm of the second unit. It just ain't working, man. Not like it should,
Yeah.
And like you said, that boxing out, that extra pressure on them knees. I'm gonna tell you, man, he's hurting, man. And it's the left knee that's really bad. I was hoping they'd be able to change his game, but bro, when it's gone, you can tell he can't get around anybody. He can't stay in front of anybody. The shots won't go. When I saw him miss a wide open layup the way he was, normally it'd be easy money for him. He couldn't get up. I was like, wow, I guess it is true.
That makes me worry about him, bro. What really, really, really worries me about him is that his situation is not unlike another short point guard who can still shoot. We've seen him light it up in rec games and all other. Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Similar situation. Not the health wise for Isaiah, it's his height. He can't do anything on the court. His defense isn't good. It's the same situation. That dude could still light it up, but he got no NBA team. And I think
I said that in the summertime when he laughed at me. I said, let's bring in Isaiah Thomas, give him a shot before we signed Kimba. I got laughed at.
But you know what? It's like this here. When you look at Isaiah Thomas, you got to also look at him like this here. If you take him and you put him in a Trae Young thing and you look at him and Trae Young, the difference is this here. The organization took what I want to say, they made Trae Young their guy that they're gonna make. So they built a team around him. If Isaiah came to New York, we're not building a team around him. So he's gonna be a liability. He's gonna have to play a role. That's why he got so mad in Boston when he played there. Boston built a team around him. They won a whole lot of games. He got hurt. They took it away. Because now we're not going in your direction no more. We got Kyrie, so you're expendable. So they just played it enough because they were winning games. But if you're not going ready to sacrifice your organization and your franchise and make him that guy, and that's not happening for him no more. So what type of role will he be able to play? He's still going to be too short. That's why Trae Young gets away with a lot, because he's the franchise player. You put him in any other situation and he wasn't the franchise player, it'd be problems.
Yeah.
You know, because of his height, because of how small he is. So right now, Kemba's not our franchise player. He was that in Charlotte. They built the team accordingly.
Yeah.
It didn't really get him anywhere, but that's how the team was built. That's how come he was able to last.
I mean, the bottom line, we got to stop doing, and Freezy brought up a good point. When are we going to stop doing the going after retread point guards in a sense? So injured ones. I like Derek Harper. I ain't gonna lie. Derek Harper, I like that pickup when we picked him.
He was a dog.
He was there. And then you brought back Mark Jackson, you know, and he played himself back in shape. But after that, name point, you know, we had, you know, the whole Marbury, you know, situation that, well, we got him, but they didn't use that, you know, use him building thing to help him and all the other drama. But after that, what have we had over this course of time? Who's been the point guard?
Yeah, you know what? That's just been a revolving door, because at the time, you know, it's just like this here. The city of New York loved point guards because they had some of the best of them back in the day. They had some of the best of them. So, but going forward, you got to look at it like this here. That point guard that you used to see play, it's not around like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever point guard you're going to have that runs your team, that's quote unquote what you calling your point guard right now. Because every point guard on every team is different in some ways. Some got height, some got speed, some can shoot, some cut, some do a lot of things. Some give it to the centers. They let the centers do it. Some let the power forwards do it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to see what fits for this team. And right now, I think Quickly fits for this team, whether he's a point guard with the name or not. Because you still got ball handlers on this team that can assist when he does it. You know, that can shoot, that can break down and get their own shots. So if you got that element on your team, it's what you call your point guard for your team. You know what I'm saying? And we have to work it like that. Because none of these point guards in the league are the same. Dame is a shooting point guard. Then you got the Joker. He's the center point guard. Then you got Green. He's that particular type point guard. Even though Curry is on the team, but everybody knows that Draymond is the point guard. So we got to do what works for us, not look for a guard that says, okay, that's what we're looking for. Because like I said earlier, there's not a lot of John Morants in this league.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of one right now.
Yeah, that's oddity.
You know, so like I said, you put Quickly there, you take some of the responsibility off of Randall to assist. Then you won't see the turnovers for Randall because he gonna put up the ball. Soon as he get it, he gonna think quicker, and then you rebound. You get the ball out. We'll make sure you get your first touches first. But once that ball get out, we swing it back over. We make something else happen. You got to be fine with it. Because just because the ball left your hand doesn't automatically mean it's going to come back. If you got the shot, you take it, Randall. But we're going to take some of this assist things out your hands right now. Because you're too slow with the ball. You're not reading quick enough. So then next thing you know, it's stagnant. And then you got one-on-one, got bad shots going up. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of that. I see Quickly. That's what that second unit, him and Rose, the ball moves. The ball keeps on moving. It stays put in the first unit. It moves in the second unit. Move that ball. If you're going to take a shot, take the shot, get back on defense. Don't drag the clock and then miss. And then everybody laboring back on defense, moving slow. Like I was saying, in that New York Knicks practice, I can see that it's crazy because the second unit got to be feeling themselves. They got to be looking at the starters like, man, what? Give me your lunch. This our seats. You You know, we sitting here. Y'all go over here to the in the Thanksgiving table where the kids sit. Yeah, y'all go over there to the small table until y'all get your stuff
Kitty
together.
table.
Yeah.
Because
you know what?
the same offense that the first unit is running, the second unit is running, but they running it better. So
Yeah.
when you look at Tibbs about what Tibbs need to do, it's not about the offense. It's who you got in the offense. And if he want to wait 20 games before he take out Rose, so be it. Okay, so now you got a game plan in mind. Okay, that's what you did. I mean, before you take out Kimba, hey, so be it. Do it. But right now, we're looking at it like, okay, and we got to give him the benefit of the doubt because he did it last year in 20 games. So he probably said, okay, Kimba gonna get 20 games, talk to the coaching staff. Then after 20, if he ain't moving, we moving in another direction.
And
Because we don't got time.
That's why I say
for sure.
Tibbs Tibbs has to make the biggest adjustment here. This is about the coach. This is where you earn your bread. This is why you're the coach of the year. You got to make the right adjustments to get this team in order because these players ain't going to do it on their own. I think he's given them enough rope to see if they can figure it out. And they haven't figured it out because there's too many egos involved. And then there's also a lot of deferring. So they're not going to get it. Tibbs got to get it right. And I think I said this already. I think the Knicks haven't had a chance to have a full practice all year. Yesterday was the first one. I think tonight they're going to come out and they're going to blaze these paces because I think they're going to be playing the right way. I think Tibbs was able to instill some stuff. I know Rose gave us the political answer. We had a great practice. Everything looked good. The starting lineup looked great. Yeah, maybe they did, but I expect the players to stick up for themselves and say that. But I really believe it's true because I feel like last year these Knicks had a lot of in between those games, and because of the shortened season, there was practices, and Tibbs was able to do stuff, and I think that helped this team. So I think we're gonna play really well tonight. The other thing I was gonna say is, first off, shout out to you, my man, brother Rob, Danny Landis, since Freezy's not here, Soulfinger, definitely salute to you, you and Staffordon. That first show is a good look. I like it. I know it's gonna keep getting better. I'm looking forward to it. I was surprised when I turned it on. I was like, oh, look at this. So yeah, good luck for y'all. And my man Big Beans, salute.
You're ready.
What I wanted to say is I think the biggest mistake we made, guys, I didn't want to say it before, but I just been looking at it. I don't think we ever should have brought Kimba in here. I think that was a bad move on our point. It fell in our laps, but I think if the old organization was thinking overall about how that was going to impact the growth of Quickly and the fact that we don't get to see our rookie Deuce McBride at all, I don't like the move. I don't like the move.
You know what, Ron? Ron? I'm gonna agree with you because I was one of those saying I was for it. I felt like it was manna from heaven. He dropped into our laps, and I was like, our prayers are somewhat been answered. I think it can work. I was positive. I think it can work. Now I'm looking.
I didn't like it from the start because the reason why, and I was like kind of like probably selfish about it anyway. But then I thought about how Boston moved them and what Boston did with them. They just like you got pretty much shipped off. So once you got shipped off like that, they gave away draft picks for you. I mean, yeah, they gave around first round draft picks. I mean, they received or gave away a pick with you to get you up out of there. Because Boston had a couple. But then on top of that, when he didn't come from Charlotte and he was like, he didn't want to come here anyway. Now all of a sudden it was a big homecoming. But when you was going to Boston, you didn't want to give us a look. So I was like kind of like mad about, like not really mad about it, but I was like, nah, we don't really need him. But it was a bargain that if it didn't work, if the Knicks cut Kimba, okay, we can handle the hit. We can really handle the hit if we cut him. We only owe him 9-9. Yeah. So if we was to cut him, we could cut him. But or maybe, like I said, maybe a playoff team down the line need a veteran point guard for like just minimal duty.
Hey, Rob, what other changes would you make to the roster, to the starting lineup?
Always easy. I just put Quickly in his place.
And who else would you change? Anybody else in the lineup?
I wouldn't change anything else. I would
I
just,
agree with that. I
because
don't
to
think you
me,
need to.
when I seen Quickly defend in person, it was a whole Quickly to me. Quickly is the best defender on the best guard defender on the team.
Yeah, he's been playing defense. He's not getting a lot of love for it, but his feet are always moving.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Kim. Damn. IQ is on the. He plays defense, but again,
and it's going unnoticed.
Yeah, it is.
It's really going. He got long arms. He recovers off the pick and roll. He gets back to his defender.
IQ is an energy guy. I mean, granted, I can get killed for using this reference or how I'm referring it to, but and I'm not talking about just because of scoring. I'm talking about the energy he brings. He's kind of like what you remember how Microwave was.
Who was that?
Oh, Vinny.
You know how Microwave Vinny was for Detroit and all of that? That's IQ. That's how I kind of look at him. Not because of the scoring, but because of the energy he brings to the floor. Because he's constantly moving. He's getting up on him. And then when he makes, he forced a turnover or something. A lot of people, we're not giving him a lot of love for some of the turnovers he forced or some of the missed shots they throw up. You know, that's deep. You know, defense ain't all. It ain't just stealing the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
Do take bad, give a turnover. The traveling calls. IQ is coming, and I like what he's been doing. You know, he's been improving. Once he got out that slump, and now he's starting. His shots are starting to fall. And
that shot was looking good.
Yeah, and
I was right there, right there, to pull up everything, man. He's nice.
Yeah,
he is nice. I'm telling you, he looked better in person.
Yeah, the thing about it is he can actually put it on the floor, and he's starting to do it, taking it to the rack even harder. Right. And things. It's just that, man, you know, I was really pulling for, you know, I'm like I said, I'm trying to be positive as possible, man, because look, being a Knicks fan as long as I've been, you know, man, it's been bad for years. So I'm looking for any kind of light. And you know, the other problem is the success we had last season, we were expecting to build and keep rolling on it into this season. And you got a lot of us, you know, screaming, hey, let's go championship. I said, yeah, we can get a championship. Why not us? However, be realistic with it. We still got some things we got to work because we got certain pieces that's just not quite there. Need a little more seasoning on it. You can see the championship team.
And another thing, fellas, that we all got to realize this here, and this is around the whole thing. So, you know, taking every loss, like there's got to be something wrong. But in this case, it's one thing that I'm looking at. But if you look around the league, all the teams are better. Because, yeah, we lost to Charlotte on Friday, but Golden State lost to them last night.
Mm-hmm.
So people are not letting people walk in their buildings and smack them around no more.
Well, you look at the East. The East, I can rightfully say, I think, in my opinion, the East is tougher than the West. After how many eons, man?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. The East is no joke, but I still think that we got a better team than. I mean, granted, say you are what your record is. But we haven't.
Yeah, we got a better team than what's playing out there.
Yeah,
when we play what we need to play.
Because when we beat, you know, those wins we got, those weren't just anomalies, man. Granted, I was looking at the focus because we would be up and then lose it. I mean, Orlando was the one that was the first one. For me, the most embarrassing game was that Pacer game, man, because they took us wire to wire. We didn't nothing. They just ran us off the court. It was wire to wire, man. I was like, that was
sent us home packing.
Yeah. I hope other people like people that are in the chat and watching and thinking, I mean, I'm speaking for myself when it comes to Kemba. I don't think everybody is speaking differently, but Kemba, we want Kemba to succeed here. I mean, obviously Kemba, we saw Kemba do some special things over his career. We would love to have the best of Kemba here. But here's the thing that I'm looking at. And I'm just trying to be real about it. Got to be a realist. For us to see the best of Kemba, Kemba's going to have to ball out. And you know what happens if Kemba balls out? Knock on wood, he's going to get hurt because he's going to be pushing himself. He's going to push himself, and he's going to be putting so much strain and wear and tear on that knee. it's going to be a problem. That's the issue, guys.
Maybe he needs
I
to come
don't
off
think
the
it's
bench, I
about,
think.
well, and even if he comes off the bench, it's not about like, I don't think Quickly is more skillful than Kimba. Kimba's got the same skills and probably more than Quickly. He just can't execute it. His
It's a
body
health
can't do
thing.
it.
It's a health. Yeah,
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
Charlotte
His
Kimber,
knees.
we wouldn't be
Yep.
having this conversation.
But
But
see, the thing
we
is,
don't.
fellas, if we had Charlotte, if it was still a Charlotte Kemba, he wouldn't be with the Knicks because
Yeah,
Charlotte would let him go.
let's don't forget he had the opportunity to be here in his prime. He chose
What I say?
otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
see, the thing
let's
about it,
don't
that don't
owe
happen.
Kimba.
Everybody
Like at the
comes
end
here
of the
when they're
day, if he
has-beens.
get gone, he gone.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
had an
the thing,
opportunity to be here.
the thing is on
Like
that.
let's
We
stop
don't. We
it,
ain't talking
please.
about sentimental to Kimber because
Yeah,
you right.
please.
He
Like
had the
let's
time to
stop
be
it.
here. He didn't choose us.
Y'all in the chat wilding. Like he could have been here. He didn't want to be here, and he
No,
Luke
dissed
the thing
us.
Skywalker.
is he didn't want to be here because the thing is, at the time, before, look, who knew last season was going to be what we were going to do? Because you're looking at it, the train wreck we had before when we drafted 5 power forwards, talking about, yeah, this is our plan B. Come on, man, miss me with that. I mean, come on, that just want to, and we were.
No, he could have been. I think it was right when Randall came. He could have
Yeah, it
came with
was.
Randall.
Because remember we were trying to get Durant and Kyrie, and they
Yeah,
was
we
like,
could
nah,
have
they
got.
ain't gonna
We
happen.
could have been here with Randall.
Look at
Yeah.
the squad we had. Look at the whole as things as a whole. Was it that smooth? Would you want to be a part of that when you didn't know?
No, but look at here. No, only thing we can
He
say
could
to
have.
that is this here.
He could
Randall
have.
took a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Kimber could have took a chance.
Randall,
Say me and Randall pair up. Let's rock.
yeah, Randall took a chance, but then you had Boston, and he's looking at Boston got a shot at doing what we could when we weren't nowhere near doing. I'm just keeping it, you know. I've been a Knicks fan for many moons, and you look at the situation now. Granted, it was crazy how they put it up. He's looking at those two young Thundercats they got running around up there in Boston compared to what we had. He's like, well, Randall's up and coming, but do I want to go home and be part of this when I got a chance to be top team in the East? He went that way. I get it. I get that.
But he could have came home and been part of something special.
Yeah, but he didn't know. That's the only thing I'm saying. But bottom
But
line,
it ain't gonna be Kumbaya Walker if we cut him.
Word. Like
the thing is
crazy.
I look at it like this, man. It's business, never personal. That's why I look at it. I'm not gonna tell you like it's business, never personal. Because right now the business is he ain't putting his gameplay ain't transitioning the way we need on the court. The business is we need to make moves to get things to right the ship to go the direction we need to go after going down. And like I said, I'm not jumping over the side of the ship, not ready to push the panic button. I may kind of creep, look in the room and peek at that joker, but I'm not ready to push it just yet.
I'm far from panic, but I just know that Kimber need to be out that starting lineup. That's all. Look, the record, I ain't tripping on the record. I'm tripping more on the home losses because it's mental breakdowns. And it's starting to look like to me that Randall played better without a crowd, but I ain't ready to make that decision yet. Now, you played the whole season without the crowd and you looked like you was all NBA. Now is the crowd back. I look back in the Atlanta series, you missed some key free throws to win the game. And then now you miss 3 out of 4 going down the stretch in Charlotte.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is like I said, and for us to have a home record, like you said, man, that's crazy.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
That's
that's my alarm.
Home should be the best
home record.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, we got Randall. Randall was the prize in that free agency. He was, and I was like, okay, cool. Again, I'm agreeing with you, Rob. Trust me, believe, trust and believe. I'm with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
The
Don't
point
talk too crazy about Randall.
Yeah.
People start popping up. Extra people start coming in.
I'm not.
Yeah, I know how they get about Randall in here.
No. Ain't nothing bad about Randall, man. Because when he first got here, he tried to do a lot. A lot. He was in a situation, man, that he tried to do too much.
Yeah, he got a lot of respect from me because he came when nobody else wanted to. So if anybody gonna get like the rope, is Randall with me.
Yeah,
You know,
no, I'm
Randall
good
is
with him.
like, you know, but I just see things that can be happening on the court that's gonna help his game. And Kimba, and see, Randall right now, as far as I'm concerned, the way I see, Randall is a good player, can be a great player, but some players need to be led.
Yeah.
And Randall is one of them guys that need a strong point guard that's going to tell him, look,
Yes.
move out there.
Yes.
He might butt heads with him first, but then he going to fall in line.
Exactly.
But the key to the thing is that's what the start lineup need. You said he hit the nail on the head with a sledgehammer. We need that point guard, and you know, and Kimba isn't it. You know,
Let's keep it cordial too. We all know Randall made a good business decision.
oh no,
That's why he came to New York. Like let's
Oh, yeah,
let's
of course.
let's
Yeah,
keep
no
it
doubt.
real.
he did.
Yeah,
Nobody else was gonna give him that 360, whatever we gave him.
But the other thing,
Well, you know, you never know. Maybe one of the small market teams might have ponied up that money. I mean, 160, I think what it was, a 162, something like that. Ain't nothing to sneeze at, but some of them small markets that did something similar to that, maybe 150 or something. He could have got money. He would have got paid somewhere.
he would have got paid.
We gave Randall what, 117?
I'm not talking about the second contract. I'm talking about the first contract when he first came.
The 60 mil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Nobody
Yeah.
wasn't giving him that.
Yeah,
you're right. At
That's
that
why he
time,
came
it
to
was-
New York.
he came in.
Yeah. That's the three.
He
But
made a
what it
good
was,
business decision
it was a
that
team
paid
option for
off
the
for him.
third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted him.
Nobody wanted. Yeah, and
You
remember
know what? Let me tell you something real quick about Randall. And I think this is the biggest thing that everybody needs to look at. And if you think about it, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think I am, because if you really look at it, Randall's no different than Randall of last year. Randall's playing the same way. Randall's doing the same things on the court, pouting. All that stuff he's doing right now is the same thing he did last year. The only reason why it's under a microscope is because our defense on the perimeter is that much worse. So he looks worse. But Randall's playing Randall basketball. There ain't nothing to do. We just put the wrong pieces around him in that starting lineup. I'm not saying that the wrong pieces on the team. They could still be on the team, but they were the wrong pieces in the starting lineup. And I think JJ in the chat said it right. Our starting lineup is slow. Compared to some of these other teams around the league, we don't move the ball. And I bet you, if you look at our transition basket numbers, our fast break chances, I bet the second unit is getting a lot of that.
Oh, no doubt. They
the
getting
second unit
most of it.
Our second unit is one of the top. Is one of the top in the when it comes to that. And I was thinking that with Kimber, I was praying that with Kimber that he'd be able to help push the pace. I really did. You know, I was like, okay, I know Kimber can run or all like that. You know, get it down. And like I said, I'm not looking for a Charlotte Kimber because Charlotte Kimber had to do more work. You got more weapons to work with here in New York than you did in Charlotte. It just ain't translating. It's not translating. And again, I'm with you, Rob. I'm with you on that.
Oh man, I don't know. We got to see what we're gonna do here with this team. This team
Word.
is
I hate to
stressful.
say, yeah, stress. It feels like our backs is against the wall, and this is only what, game 14?
But you know what? I keep saying it, man. Listen, and I like to see, this is why it's a good thing when crazy stuff happens in the league, a lot of parity, a lot of good teams playing much better basketball, but then you got good teams that started off. Look at how bad the Lakers were to start. All that dysfunction over there. They cleaned it up. Look at Brooklyn. They was bad. They cleaned it up. Look at Atlanta right now. Atlanta was 4-9. Last night they played a really good game, and Rayford Trae Young got busy. They might be about to turn it around themselves. So we still in a really good spot, man. We still over 500. We 7-6. There's no need to panic. It's just some things need to be worked on.
All right, let me ask you this. What if we go into that game tonight and our defense is the same? No switch ups, no nothing. How you gonna fill in?
Impossible, Beans.
Okay.
I'm telling you
We
right
said
now,
that 2 games ago.
after a full practice with Tibbs, impossible. Tonight we winning. Mark it down.
Okay.
We winning.
Okay.
I don't see the Knicks coming out. The Knicks is going to come out with that full court, with that effort. You know, when Randall get pumped up, he looking like a bull in the China shop. He running around like the Tasmanian devil. Expect that tonight. Expect Tibbs practice to be like, Randall, I like that you gave the ball to Kendall, but this is your team. We need you, big boy. Watch it. Watch it tonight. I'm telling you. You're going to see it.
I just don't want him bringing the ball up the court and none of that, man. Like,
I think
that's what I don't want to see.
You can't avoid that. I think that's Tibbs' offense. It's his offense is whoever gets the rebound. If they can handle the ball a little bit, they bringing it up. I think that's how it is.
Now, Randall a double back. Like, no, let me get that. Like, he'll be down the court and turn around.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I mean, but that's the comfort that Tibbs gave him. And that's the reason why we saw Randall become the most improved last year, because Tibbs let him orchestrate with the ball. And he did a good job last year. This year, I'm telling you, I know I was on the Randall train a little bit too. I was like, yo, man, he don't hustle sometimes. He pissed me off. But then I had to really look at Randall's game. So I took a look at some old games from last year. Randall's playing the same way Randall plays. His defense is not always good on the perimeter. Sometimes he don't hustle. Sometimes he hustles too much and then he gets tired. He has to take a couple plays off on defense. He lets dudes get their shot. Like, this is what he's always been doing. It just looks worse now because our perimeter defense is so bad. So that's why I'm saying make one change. You make one change right now, I think we get some nice wins out of it. It may not be the full change that we need, but I think it'll change something right away. And that's putting Quickly in that starting lineup, man.
Oh, boy. I don't know if Quickly ready for the pressure, man, but I'll give it a shot. Word up. I ain't gonna lie. I'll give it a shot. I just hope he's ready for the pressure that comes along with being that starting guard.
It can't be much worse than watching what Kemba's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, Quickly got to say to himself, I can't do no worse than what Kemba's been doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm saying, like, you know, I still couldn't believe that stat.
I gotta wrap up right here, bro. I gotta wrap up right here. I just jumped off to do a call, but I gotta wrap up right here, man. Hey, fellas, hey, thank y'all though. Hey, man, thank everybody for coming through, man, hanging out with us and all that stuff, man. The conversation was good. We definitely be back on in the morning, man.
Sounds good.
You doing the game tonight?
Right.
All right, y'all.
All right, fellas, be easy.
All right.
All right, fellas.
Later.